There you go, Bob Allen Motor Mall Hometown Radio Network teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447, as we do a little birthday party celebrating on this Tuesday, the 12th day of August. And birthdays today look like this. Starting off with Tom Holland having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Tom. So is Deborah Hoskins. Dan Elliott, our state rep, having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Dan. Just texted with him yesterday. Having a birthday today. Big 41 years old today for Daniel. Ann Young has a birthday today. So does Brad McNew and Jeff Moss on our birthday list today. Jeff Moss, Brad McNew, Ann Young, Dan Elliott, Tom Holland, and Deborah Hoskins. 859-238-9447 to call in. 238-WHIR Celebrity Birthdays on this Tuesday, the 12th day of August. There you go. Well, it's a Tuesday. It is August 12th. Typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest is on here this morning at the County Agent's Corner. That will be with Tyler Ray, who will join us this morning here on the show. We'll see what's going on with Tyler at 7:40 and the Boyle County Extension Office here for the County Agent's Corner. 8 o'clock in the morning hour. 8:10, Colleen, Boyle County Public Library, joins the show. We'll see what's going on there at the library as... You know, again, we start school tomorrow. We got school tomorrow. Saw the Boyle County Public Library. They had the bookmobile set up yesterday at Jack's back to school night. They had this, like, wheel you could spin the wheel, and whatever the notch lands on is the prize that you get. And so we'll talk with Colleen this morning. That'll be at 8:10. I forgot to flip the board into live. I've been talking this whole time. Y'all haven't heard me. All right, let's start it over. Starting off this morning at 7:40 with the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Tyler Ray comes on here this morning. That'll be at 7:40 here on the show. 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:10, Colleen, Boyle County Public Library joins us. We'll see what's going on there at the library. That'll be at 8:10 this morning. At 8:40, we've got James the Gardener coming on here. Gardening with James. Dusty joins us for a Kentucky music preview and for an Oreo Taste Test Tuesday. We actually have two different Oreos now that we haven't tasted. We'll do one of them today, one of them next Tuesday. We're doing chocolate-covered pretzel today. We'll have Dusty on here at 8:40, 9 o'clock or so to try that. And then 9:35, Ann Yeager joins the show on a Tuesday with Stith. As Stith Funeral Home joins us every Tuesday morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. Sports starts us off this morning. The Phillies beat the Reds. Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers star, being sued. And the Steelers star says he won't play without a new contract. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in Major League Baseball, where Kyle Schwarber hit his 42nd bomb of the season. A 2-run blast that highlighted a 4-run eighth as the National League East leading Phillies rallied to beat the Reds 4-1 last night, extending their winning streak to 4 games. Schwarber's 42nd home run moved him past Shohei Ohtani and into the NL lead. The Dodgers faced the Angels later last night. Seattle's Cat leads the AL and MLB with 45 home runs. Schwarber has 97 RBIs now in the season. Reds left-hander Andrew Abbott allowed only 3 hits through 7 innings, but 2 outs in the 8th. He allowed RBI doubles by Weston Wilson and Trey Turner. Schwarber followed with a 2-run shot off of Tony Santillan to complete that rally. Staying in baseball, LA Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani and his agent are being sued by a Hawaii real estate investor and a broker, alleging that both men got them terminated from a $240 million housing development on Hawaii's Hapuna Coast that they brought him in to endorse. The lawsuit was filed in Hawaii Circuit Court on August the 8th and obtained by USA Today Sports. It says that Ohtani's agent, Nez Balelo, wanted assurances from Kevin Hayes Sr., a developer who's been in business for 40 years, and a real estate broker, Tomoko Masutomo, before they demanded their business partner, Kingsbarn Realty Capital, a company company based in Las Vegas, removed both of them from the real estate deal. Ohtani is referred to in the lawsuit, in which some portions are redacted as Ohtani without the H in his last name. The developers say in the lawsuit they spent more than a decade trying to work on the deal before signing Ohtani to an endorsement deal in 2023. In the National Football League, the Steelers have already signed one of their big stars to a major contract. Now another one wants a new deal. Last season, as he signed a new contract with the Steelers, Cam Hayward apparently told Team Brass that after he had an all-pro season, he would be back at the negotiating table for another new deal. Hayward made true in his prediction in 2024. He earned first-team All-Pro honors for the fourth time in his career, all 14 which have been with the Steelers. But through the offseason and first few weeks of training camp, a new deal for Hayward is yet to materialize. His current deal, which includes the 2025 and 26 seasons, calls for him to be paid $29 million total. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Bull County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And the large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Bull County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
It's coming your way courtesy of the Little Sign Shop and our new owners and operators. Little Sign Shop has got you covered. They do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and they offer logo design. They're in Danville where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Come on, call them. 859-238-7391, the Little Sign Shop. Rain showers, thunderstorms today, mostly sunny. A high today of 90, a low tonight 71. Most of the rain comes in here tomorrow as we get rain shower chances on the first day of school tomorrow. High tomorrow 88, a low tomorrow night 69. Thursday partly sunny 88. Is your high. Right now it's 6:24 in the morning. It's Tuesday, the 12th day of August. We're so glad you're on the show this morning. 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. As we take a look at celebrity birthdays, those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. And here we go. Starting off on this date 50 years ago, where actor, screenwriter, and producer Casey Affleck was born. 50 years old today, born on this date, 1975. He's the younger brother of Ben Affleck. He's been in the movies like Tower Heist, Light of My Life, Manchester by the Sea, Oceans, and Good Will Hunting. Casey Affleck, 50 years old today. Here's a clip from the movie The Last Kiss that he was in.
Please, he should be telling me.
Tell me what?
I don't know.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Who is he with right now?
I don't know.
Is he seeing somebody?
Why
Just
are you
tell me the
asking
truth.
me?
Is he seeing somebody else, Chris? Look at me.
I'm looking at you. I don't know if he's seeing anybody
You
else.
don't know? How could you not
I
know?
don't know anything.
Casey Affleck, 50 years old today. Former NFL wide receiver Plaxico Burress is 48. Aside from a troubled, though successful NFL career, he's equally known for his off-the-field antics, which included a self-inflicted gunshot wound in November of 2008. On that fateful night, Burress suffered an accidental wound to his right thigh at a New York nightclub when his pistol in the pocket of his jeans went off. He reached for his gun, inadvertently pulled the trigger, causing the gun to fire, hit him in his own leg. Plaxico Burress is 48 years old today. Tennis legend Pete Sampras turns 54. During his 14-year tour career, Sampras won 14 Grand Slam singles titles, became the first player to break Roy Emerson's record of 12 slams. Sampras also won 7 major indoor titles. He's recognized as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Pete Sampras, 54 years old today. Celebrity birthdays on this Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history in the year 1927, West Plains, Missouri, where Porter Wagoner was born. Country music singer known for his flashy, nudie, and manual suits and his blonde pompadour. Porter Wagoner would have had a birthday today. It was on this day, 1929, Sherman, Texas is the place. Buck Owens is the person, singer, and guitarist who scored 21 #1 hits on Billboard's country charts. And it was on this day, country music history, 1969, Charlie Pride went #1 on the country charts with his song, All I Have to Offer You Is Me. And that's what's gone on this date, August 12th, in country music history. Starting off on this day, 1927, 98 years ago, where the great Porter Wagoner was born.
The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train.
Yeah, Porter Wagoner, country music singer in 1967. He introduced the world to a young lady named Dolly Parton on his long-running TV show. Also known as Mr. Grand Ole Opry, Wagoner scored over 80 U.S. singles from 1954 to 1983. Died from lung cancer in October of 2007. Porter Wagoner would have been 98 years old today.
Yes, they've all come to meet me. Arms are reached, smiling sweetly. It's so good to touch the green, green grass of home.
There you go. It was on this day, country music history, 1929, where Sherman, Texas is the location. Buck Owens Jr. is the person.
They're gonna put me in the movies.
Yeah, Buck Owens scored 21 #1 hits on Billboard's country music chart and pioneered what would then be known as the Bakersfield Sound. Owens died in his sleep of an apparent heart attack in March of 2006. Buck Owens, born on this date, 1929.
Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can't never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star.
And real quickly, it was on this date, 1969. Charlie Pride went #1 of the country charts with this one.
Before you take another step.
In doing so, going #1 with this one accomplished a feat not done in 25 years. An African-American entertainer having a #1 hit on the country charts. Charlie Pride, all I have to offer you, I should say, is me. And that's what's gone on this date, August 12th, in country music history.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Major economic news with Ford announcing a $2 billion investment in the Louisville assembly plant aimed at producing more affordable electric vehicles.
Along with a universal EV platform, Ford will introduce a new mid-size four-door electric pickup with a targeted starting price of about $30,000. It would roll off the assembly line in 2027. That's good news to Mike Payne, an electrician at the Louisville plant.
Oh, it's hugely important. I mean, you see everything moving to China and everywhere else. I mean, to secure jobs in the U.S. and, like I said, the future of the city. I mean, it's a big Ford city, and it really secures a lot for the city and everything. It's great.
Ford says the investment will secure 2,200 hourly jobs at the Louisville assembly plant. I'm Paul Miles.
The search continues for a missing boy in Breathitt County. Authorities say 10-year-old Jaden Spicer was reported missing last Wednesday morning after being seen last at his home Tuesday evening. The boy reportedly disappeared overnight from the residence on Panbull Branch Road in Jackson. He's described as 5'1" with blonde hair and blue eyes, and last seen wearing blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas. Officials have already deployed land and air resources to cover over 20 square miles over the last several days, with the search continuing. Meantime, the Spicer family has started a GoFundMe account to raise money for a cash reward on information that leads to the safe return of Jaden. Agricultural projects throughout Kentucky are being approved for loans. The Department of Agriculture recently announcing 11 counties were approved for infrastructure and beginning farmer loans. Officials say over $3 million were allocated for projects that increase the profitability of farming operations. That money will also help new farmers purchase land, livestock, and equipment. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett's students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same, and that the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet. The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tate's Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Harrods State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. It makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
And here's Clark with the weather. How's it looking for our weekend boaters out there, Clark?
Well, Stacy, we can expect periods of heavy rain across the viewing area. That means all the trash, lawn chemicals, and other hazardous waste on the ground go down the storm drains and into our rivers, lakes, and streams.
Gross.
Gross is right, Stacy. Now here's Dave with sports.
Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home clean. Make sure only stormwater goes down storm drains. Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Riley Chofus. It's coming your way courtesy of the Big Deals online store, hometownlife.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Entertainment tickets, too. At the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, up to 50% savings every day. All right, showers are possible, but mostly after 5 o'clock this afternoon. High today of 90, a low tonight of 71. Rain shower, thunderstorm chances tomorrow, first day of school. Going to be a rainy one, high of 88, a low tomorrow night 69 tomorrow. And then Thursday, partly sunny, 88. Friday, sunshine, 91. Pretty good weekend in store for us. It's 6:38 in the morning right now. We are looking at 71 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August. And happy that you're aboard the Joe Show. 859-238-WHIR. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for us today. What's up, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Today, let's continue to look at the 2025 UK Athletics Hall of Fame class with Josh Hines Allen, who had such an unlikely journey from high school to Kentucky to the NFL. He left his home in New Jersey as a freshman to live with relatives in Alabama and became an all-state player. He moved back home as a senior, but to say he was a 2-star recruit would be generous, even though he led the state in sacks his senior year. Then UK secondary coach Derek Ansley was on a late January recruiting trip looking to fill a vacancy when he saw Allen. Ansley was so impressed with Josh Allen that he brought him to Kentucky immediately for an official visit, and it was no surprise Allen signed with the Cats in 2015. He's now a 2-time All-Pro linebacker with the Jacksonville Jaguars after being the 7th overall pick in the 2019 draft.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
The boss wants me to tell you about everything at the Kentucky State Fair in this commercial. So, here goes. Dairy cows, dancers, duck slide, elephant ears, escape artists, cooking demos, fancy horses, street tacos, street jugglers, kiddie coasters, talent show, stunt riders, stilt walkers, livestock, live music, carousels, caricature, food court, fun exhibits, funnel cakes, Freddy Farm Bureau, thrilling rides, games galore, ag land, Astro Wheel, rock and roll, serious shopping, groomed goats. And that's not the half of it. The Kentucky State Fair is August 14th through 24th. Buy your tickets online and get free parking. Go to kystatefair.org.
Josh Allen and Bud Dupree are the only two players in the Mark Stoops era with at least 7 sacks in one season. Allen did it twice before exploding his senior year and getting 17 sacks. He also broke the UK career sacks record with 31.5 sacks. Allen won every National Defensive Player of the Year award and was a consensus first-team All-American. He was also a great role model off the field and certainly a no-brainer to be inducted into the UK Athletics Hall of Fame.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Yeah, I agree with that. Boy, Josh Allen Hines, I guess is his name now, but Josh Allen, when he was in college, he's one of those where, like, you were excited maybe more so when the defense was on the field than when the offense was, because you wanted to see what Josh Allen was going to do next, and having a heck of a career as well with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Larry Vaught with Vaught's Views. Hey, President Donald Trump has ordered the National Guard to Washington, D.C. To help out with the policing there. Well, check out this ad for Trump's National Guard.
Hi, folks. It's your favorite president, Donald Trump. Want to get out of a jam? Then try calling in the National Guard.
Honey, whose bra is this?
Bring in the National Guard. Yes, calling in the National Guard is exactly the distraction you need to get out of any pickle. That's my promise.
Jenkins, these reports are total gibberish. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm calling in the National Guard.
Jenkins, I've completely forgotten why I was angry with you.
It's calling in the National Guard.
Timmy, why aren't you eating your broccoli?
Bring in the National Guard.
Oh, come on.
Try it today.
Yeah, bring in the National Guard. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good as we see what's going on with a little sunshine. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. All right, here we go. Get to it. Story number 1. Coming from Washington, where while visiting Kalalik Beach, I guess is how you say that, or Kalalik Beach in Washington, 18-year-old Ethan Borngreb was injured when a large piece of a rock fell on him. And with no cell phone service, his family couldn't call for help. A visiting tourist from the Czech Republic named Jacob stepped in to stabilize the situation, keeping the family calm and ensuring Ethan stays safe until rescue crews arrived. His quick thinking and steady presence helped get Ethan safely to a helicopter. And for the family, it turned a frightening ordeal into a story of kindness from a stranger. Story number 2 coming from British Columbia, from Canada, where Salt Spring Island's the place. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police there, a constable named Kevin Lloyd, responded to a welfare check about an elderly man living in poor conditions. After spending over an hour building trust with this man, Kevin Lloyd convinced the man to go to the hospital, where doctors discovered he had life-threatening internal bleeding. His patience and compassion ultimately saved that man's life, proving the family the value of empathy in policing and earning him praise as well from both the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the public. And story number 3 coming from Ontario, Canada, when a $400 takeout order at an Ontario restaurant went unclaimed, the restaurant donated the food to a local women's shelter. Later, an anonymous customer read about the act and reimbursed that full amount, despite staff saying it really wasn't necessary. The restaurant shared the story online, with the community praising both the donation and the generosity of this anonymous supporter. Well, the good news, a huge restaurant order that was never picked up leads to not 1, but 2 acts of kindness. A police officer's wellness check ends up saving an elderly man's life, and a stranger helps save a teenager crushed by a boulder on a beach. And that's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good, folks. All right, PRN's Garage Pass, the dad joke of the day, the country comic spotlight. Rick Dees has this morning's Planet of the Apps. It's all coming up next right here on The Joe Show. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours.
if you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside. Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Petals for Hope. At the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, they understand that life's challenges can sometimes be difficult. Whether you're facing mental health struggles, emotional distress, alcohol or drug use concerns, or just need someone to talk to, caring counselors are here for you. You are not alone. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way.
Rise and shine, champions.
Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
OMG, SVG does it again.
Winning is why we do it, you know, it's an amazing feeling.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
At Napa, we are the pros that know electrical systems are complex. That's why we deliver solutions that keep it simple. From starters and alternators to premium batteries and the testers to diagnose them, Napa provides the high-quality products your customers can count on. Whether you're a local shop or managing a national fleet, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to keep your business powered up and running strong. Find your parts right now at Napa.
By blowing out the field by over 11 seconds at Watkins Glen, Shane Van Gisbergen has now joined Chase Elliott and Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon as the only drivers to win 4 straight Cup Series races on road or street courses.
Winning is why we do it, you know, it's an amazing feeling, and it's good to just keep that momentum going for the team, and yeah, just need to keep the positivity there, keep working hard, and yeah, we'll just keep building.
Christopher Bell now has 4 runner-up finishes after winning 3 races in a row earlier in the season. And coming home third at the Glen was defending winner Chris Buescher.
Everybody did a heck of a job, from pit road to strategy to putting points on the board to a great finish and close there, but obviously needed to go a little different.
Remaining on the bubble to make the playoff on points, Buescher was able to increase the advantage over teammate Ryan Preece to 34. Alex Bowman is now 60 points above the cut line. Leading the second most amount of laps and winning the second stage at the Glen, Ryan Blaney, whose 4th place run was his best road course finish of the year.
Definitely something to be proud of. Obviously, I would have liked to finish a few spots better, but making little improvements road course after road course, and proud of everybody for doing that.
When it comes to maintaining your engine to run at peak performance, trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Z-Max soaks into metal, so it's easy to add to your oil or gas to disperse carbon buildup in your engine, fuel system, and transmission. Remember the name Z-Max for your car, big rig, small engines, firearms, and more. That's Z-Max Micro Lubricant.
It was quite a weekend at the Glen for Trackhouse Racing owner Justin Marks, with his drivers winning both days. But when Connor Zilic tried to climb on top of his car after capturing the Xfinity Series event and instead did a face plant straight into the asphalt, fortunately, it left him with only a broken collarbone.
I think that he got lucky, for sure. That could have been a lot worse than it was. He's going to go get rehabbed and get back in the race car as quickly as possible. And right now we're just focused on making sure that he can get back in that 88 Xfinity car and try to go win that championship.
That was a really scary moment, and I'm glad Connor didn't suffer any kind of a head injury. PRN's Garage Pass. Not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Did you know the average age of a child in foster care is 8 years old? Call a Sunrise office near you to find out more about foster care. Want to win a Sunrise prize package? Go to sunrise.org/trivia and answer this week's trivia question. Sunrise.org/trivia. What is the average age of a child in foster care? Your answer, 8 years old. Go to sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Sunrise.org/trivia. Good luck.
At the Kentucky Higher Education Student Loan Corporation, we understand that grants and scholarships don't always cover the full cost of education. Our Advantage Parent Loans with fixed interest rates are designed to help parents fill the funding gap without worrying about hidden costs or surprise fees. As a nonprofit lender, we're committed to keeping your focus where it belongs, on your family. Advantage Education Loans is managed by Key Slick. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Jofus, it's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris, and he'll give you, or I guess one of them will give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Rain shower chances today. It'll be after 5 o'clock in the early evening. Mostly sunny expected, though. High of 90, low tonight 71. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 88. Thursday, partly sunny and 88. It's 6:51 in the morning. It's 71 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show every single morning. It is the Dad Joke of the Day. Let's do it.
Dad Joke of the Day.
The Dad Joke of the Day. Here it is. Was talking to a guy one time in a leather jacket. He was standing next to a jukebox wearing a leather jacket. And he told me if I gave him $100, that after 6 weeks, he would pay me $500. So if I was a weird guy in a leather jacket next to a jukebox, hey, give me $100. In 6 weeks, I'll give you $500, he told me. Turns out he was lying. It was just a Fonzie scheme. Hey. There you go. The Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. All right, listen, if you like to change the font in your text messages and social media posts, for example, feeling gothic or maybe looking for something more romantic, well, your posts can look different with a different font. I didn't know this existed, but it does. Packed with hundreds of stylish fonts, it's called Fonts Keyboard, Fonts, Fonts Keyboard, and it lets you express yourself in the way you want, exactly what your personality is for that day. And so it changes the font in your texts and posts. People will say, how did you do that? You can tell them if you want. It's Fonts Keyboard. Use your custom fonts for text messages, social media bios, post descriptions, stories. It's limited only to your imagination, and it gets 5-star rating. Change the personality of your text with Fonts Keyboard. It's free in the App Store. And Rick Dees with Fonts Keyboard in this molten magma every day we call the Planet of the Apps.
There you go, Rick Dees, Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where Jeff Allen is in the spotlight today. Funny guy talking about how happy he is in his marriage. Jeff Allen in the Country Comic Spotlight.
I've been married 32 years, and my father gave me one really wise piece of advice before I got married, and it's held true for 32 years. On my wedding day, my father said to me, before you argue with your new wife, and you're going to argue with her, before you do, take some time, step back, ask yourself 2 questions. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Right. And then he broke down and sobbed right in front of me. I had no idea what that man was talking about. 32 years later, I can tell you this, I'm a happy, happy, happy man. I ain't been right in 12 years now. Sometimes I even have to ask her, am I happy? Oh, you better believe you're happy. Okay. I was just checking with you, Buttercup. I gotta call my friends up. I can't go golfing, but I'm a happy, happy, happy man. And don't get me wrong, we argue. You've got to argue in your marriage. You don't argue in your marriage, it'll build up in your brain over time. It fries your brain. Yeah, and then you wind up like those babbling, mumbling couples you've seen in Arizona, Florida. These 50-plus years of marriage, they're kind of walking down the street. The wife is fine. It's the poor husband 8 feet behind her that scares me to death. This poor man's all hunched over, he's vibrating, mumbling. Always telling me what to do. I'm gonna start telling you what to do. I'm a man, you can't tell. I'm a man. This poor guy's starting to try to win back all the arguments he's been throwing away for 50 years. You know, he was 6'3" when he got married. Now he's 4'1". Look at the poor man. Weighed down by half a century of apathy. Leave a toilet seat up if I want to leave a toilet seat up. Tell me what to do. I hope you sit in the water every night. I don't care. And that's when she turns around. What'd you just say to me? I didn't say nothing to you.
Jeff Allen in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps and the Dad Joke of the Day. Best jokes from last night's late night shows. From the late night shows you were catching up in your sleep. Maybe didn't stay up and watch these. Starting off with Jimmy Fallon joking about UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's come up with a new deal with Paramount Plus. So apparently, like, UFC pay-per-view is done. You won't have to pay extra pay-per-view to watch UFC fights. They're either going to be on Paramount Plus for the most part, or some of them even on CBS, where you can watch them without having to pay any money whatsoever, just on kind of those basic cable channels. UFC's Paramount deal. Here's Jimmy Fallon joking about it.
Well, switching gears, the UFC announced that they're leaving ESPN for Paramount Plus. Right now, ESPN's like, you're leaving me for him?
Jimmy Fallon joking about President Donald Trump changing his views on marijuana.
Some more news from the White House today. Trump announced that he might classify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. Apparently, Trump made the decision after meeting with the CEOs of Papa John's, White Castle, and Taco Bell. Come on, dude!
Seth Meyers joking last night on NBC's Late Night about stolen Labubus, these dolls that are just going crazy. People are selling these, reselling them, making tons of money on Labubus.
Authorities in California are looking for thieves who allegedly stole more than $7,000 worth of Labubus, which experts say will someday be worth as much as $30.
Yeah, Beanie Baby style. And Seth Meyers also joking about Papa John's and their new delivery service.
Papa John's has announced plans to roll out a new pizza delivery tracking service for all locations, because when a Papa John's pizza is coming to your house, you want plenty of warning.
Selling us at sunrise, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, Rick Dees, Jeff Allen, and this morning's Planet of the Apps and the Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Cup of coffee in my left hand, computer mouse in my right hand. We got a commercial break coming your way back after this.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Maybe it began with a little girl and her tin can microphone on the front porch of a log cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains. But it wouldn't be long before the crowd she dreamed of followed her home to Dollywood, where the memories we share will live in our hearts forever. Experience the incredible resorts, award-winning festivals, thrilling rides, and live shows with those you love most. Plan your trip at Dollywood.com.
For the cycling enthusiast, it's not a race, it's a journey. Start your journey at Danville Bike and Footwear and get ready for the cycling season with a new bike or a tune-up. Danville Bike and Footwear features both specialized and Trek products and is now receiving shipments of new e-bikes. Come in and custom build your dream bike or refurbish that bike you've been waiting to ride all winter. Pedal on into Danville Bike and Footwear, located 417 West Main Street in beautiful downtown Danville, a place where adventure and comfort ride together.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Hey, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We've got top hour news coming your way next right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 7 o'clock in the morning. News is right now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Some Washington, D.C. residents are opposed to President Trump's decision to deploy the National Guard and take control of the city's police. One of those is the mayor. More from Brian Shook.
Democratic Mayor Muriel Bowser spoke out after Trump placed the D.C. police under federal control and activated the National Guard as part of his major crackdown on crime.
And while this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised.
Bowser thinks Trump's current view on crime in D.C. is shaped by rising crime rates during his first term, but she says it's dropped since then.
More than 100 protesters rallied near the White House Monday, with some denouncing the decision as fascist and totalitarian. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum is pushing back against U.S. military involvement. Yesterday, she said she won't allow American troops to operate on Mexican soil. Her comments follow reports that President Trump ordered the military to target drug cartels, including those based across the border. A federal judge has rejected the Justice Department's request to unseal grand jury materials from Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking case. Kristen Marks reports.
The DOJ has also sought to release grand jury materials from cases involving Jeffrey Epstein in New York, but asked judges overseeing the request to refrain from issuing a ruling until August 14th. However, a federal judge determined that unsealing the materials in Maxwell's case is not a matter of historical or public interest, and said much of the material being requested has already been made public. The judge overseeing the request in Epstein's case has not ruled on the motion yet.
Tropical storm Erin could strengthen into a hurricane toward the end of the week. The storm is currently churning in the eastern Atlantic Ocean, just west of the Cabo Verde Islands. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-859-5500. 800-859-5500. Again, that's 800-859.
Chip makers NVIDIA and AMD will pay the U.S. 15% of their revenue from chip sales to China. Mitch McCann says that multiple reports say the deal was made so the companies could secure export licenses.
The move to pay the U.S. government a portion of revenue is surprising, and one expert told the Washington Post that export controls are in place to protect national security, not raise revenue for the government.
The deal appears to indicate the Trump administration's willingness to relax tariffs and other trade concessions in return for investment in the U.S. The move is an effort to resume chip sales to China after a months-long pause. This week marks the 60th anniversary of the breakout of the Watts riots in Los Angeles. More from Jim Roop.
5 days of rioting all began with a DUI traffic stop. The evening of August 11th, 1965, Marquette Fry, a 21-year-old black man, and his brother were pulled over by the CHP. It was a rough arrest that drew a crowd. It got worse when Fry's mother came to retrieve the car. She was arrested. Violence broke out and continued into the following days. Businesses, cars set on fire. 34 people were killed, more than 1,000 wounded by gunfire between rioters and police. I'm Jim Roop.
The NYPD is looking for a man they say threw a sex toy at a WNBA game and hit a preteen girl with it. More from Andrew Whitman.
Police were working with the New York Liberty Monday to try and find the man. They released a photo of their suspect who wore a Beavis and Butthead shirt with an Ohio State cap to the game. Cops say he's the guy who threw a sex toy at the court during the Liberty-Dallas Wings game at Barclays Center Tuesday. He missed, and the toy hit a 12-year-old girl in the leg. She's fine. It's the fifth recent WNBA game where sex toys were thrown. Arrests have been made following 2 of them.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Do you want to grow your business, but you don't have a big budget? Don here, your small business marketing specialist. In a recent study, they found that radio delivered $12 in sales for every $1 spent on advertising. And radio advertising is incredibly effective at driving in-store traffic and influencing purchasing behavior. The research shows that radio increased in-store traffic by an average of 22%. In several categories, radio had increased traffic by over 30%. Also, radio boasts a higher average conversion rate than television, newspaper, and online media alike. And radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to run multiple ads, enabling better results. So, if you want to get new customers and grow your business, radio is the #1 reach medium. So, how do you get started? It's easy. Call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
Well, good morning to you folks. It's Tuesday. It is the 12th day of this month of August, 081225 on your calendar. And we're so glad you're on the Joe Show on this Tuesday morning. We'll give you a forecast coming your way. We'll see what's breaking and trending this morning as well. It's coming up next on the Joe Show. But news comes your way first, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same. Another 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg, Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reported that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet. The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tades Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville-Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Harrods State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
In Kentucky, we know the unexpected can strike at any moment, whether it's a tornado, flood, or severe storm. Being prepared could save lives. That's why it's vital to have an emergency plan. Know where your local shelter is. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like water, food, and medicine, and make sure your family has a communication plan in place. Boyle County, we're stronger when we are prepared. For more information on how to get ready, visit Boyle County Health Department's Division of Emergency Preparedness online at boylehealth.com. Stay safe, stay ready. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Boyle County Health Department.
Got pain? Curamin is your safe, effective answer. Curamin from Terry Naturally doesn't just mask pain. It gets to the source and stops it. Get results or your money back. Got pain? Get Curamin.
On sale now at 25% off, only at the Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Curamin is for the use of occasional muscle pain due to exercise or overuse.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Jofus. It's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 DeLahaye. Get a free estimate, and of course, you know they work. With your insurance company, they fix water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair at Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, you get rain shower chances later on today. That will be in the afternoon and evening hours, really more so early evening. So we get sunshine right now. Enjoy the day. The last day for most kids in this area for summer break. A high today of 90. A low tonight, 71. Kids at Danville and Boyle County heading back to school tomorrow. Mercer County, Garrett County as well. Under partly sunny skies, a high of 88. Thursday, partly sunny and 88. It's 7:12 in the morning. It is 70 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August, and I am just glad that you've joined in this morning to tune into the Joe Show, see what's going on here in the Danville, Boyle County area. You can give me a call if you want to, 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. It is back to school time. Check out this ad with the back to school sale.
Hi, it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and it's back to school time. So come to the RFK Jr. back to school sale. I have everything your child needs. Long sleeve shirts so nobody can poke their arms with any vaccines. Jeans for gym class, because that's the best thing to work out in. Jeans. Water bottles that only hold water with no fluoride in it. Everything your kid needs for school.
Pens?
No, because pens have high levels of chemicals in the ink, which can be harmful.
Crayons?
No, the dyes used in crayons can be harmful if they make contact with your skin.
Lunch bags?
Sure, I have those.
Nice.
But if anything with artificial dyes or flavors is put into them, they self-destruct.
What the?
The RFK Jr. Back to School sale going on now.
There you go. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on the Joe Show. Here we go. Families across the country are increasingly turning to dollar stores to buy food. A new study published in the Journal of Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found the calories obtained from dollar store items have nearly doubled from 3.4 to 6.5% of household purchases. Dollar stores are now the fastest growing food retailers in the U.S. That's why you see a Dollar General on every corner now. Comes as people choose the budget-friendly stores for price advantage. Scientists also noted the results suggest the, quote, overall diet quality of households was similar whether or not they shopped at dollar stores. The Empire State Building was all in on the Taylor Swift tease last night. Did you see this? Ahead of the New Heights podcast promo, where Taylor announced she's got an album coming up. The iconic building, the Empire State Building, lit up in orange. The building's account even posted a pic of it to X with the caption, "See you next era." The building's TikTok account took it a step further by adding Tay's "Ready For It" to their video. No doubt we'll get the full details on Taylor's The Life of a Showgirl album. Tonight, I guess at some point, she was supposed to announce it. For the first time in more than 2 decades, a girl group has the #1 song of the country. It's called Golden by fictional K-pop girl group Hunter. It's this week's top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Hunter is from the Netflix and Sony Pictures animation film K-pop Demon Hunters. The last girl group to top the Billboard Hot 100 was back in 2001. Destiny's Child with Bootylicious. This also marks the first time a K-pop girl group has landed at #1. The voices behind the songs are 3 people whose names I can't pronounce. A federal judge is rejecting a request from the Department of Justice to unseal grand jury materials from Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking case. The judge determined that unsealing the materials in Maxwell's case is not a matter of historic or public interest and said much of the material being requested has already been made public. The judge suggested the Trump administration's real motive for wanting them unsealed was to fool the public with an illusion of transparency. The Justice Department has also sought to release grand jury materials from cases involving late sex trafficker and offender Jeffrey Epstein, but it asked judges overseeing the requests to refrain from issuing a ruling until August the 14th. Hey, a vaccine shows promise in preventing the recurrence of pancreatic cancer. It's one of the deadliest types of cancer, an 80% recurrence rate and a 5-year survival rate of just 13%. Now, it does not prevent cancer from forming to begin with. A small phase 1 clinical trial conducted at UCLA's gastrointestinal oncology program used a one-size-fits-all vaccine that targeted KRAS gene mutations. Experts say KRAS is seen in as many as 90% of pancreatic cancers. 21 of the 25 participants, all of whom had the deadly mutation, mounted an immune response after being vaccinated. A bigger phase 2 clinical trial will be next to test the long-term efficacy of the vaccine and whether it's more effective than the current standard of care, which involves patient monitoring. An explosion rocked the U.S. Steel Clairton Coke Works plant near Pittsburgh yesterday, killing 2 people, injured at least 10, and leaving others unaccounted for. Rescue teams were working into the night last night to free individuals trapped under rubble and assess the damage. Scott Baquiso, the senior VP and chief manufacturing officer with U.S. Steel, said at the scene of yesterday's explosion and one of their plants in Pennsylvania that safety is a large focus for this company.
Safety is our #1 priority every day, every shift, 365. We will continue to work not only with the folks behind me, but the families of those that have been affected.
The blast occurred at the facility's Coke battery area, and multiple secondary explosions did follow. And President Donald Trump has signed an executive order extending the deadline for imposing higher tariffs on Chinese imports by an additional 90 days. The move delays the deadline that was set to expire yesterday, giving negotiators more time to work on trade talks with China. The extended deadline aims to ease tensions and avoid immediate economic disruption during ongoing negotiations. That, my friends, is what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM. WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports. It is 7:18 in the morning. Speaking of sports, the Big Daddy comes your way. He makes his morning debut next, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports.
This is Jack Mathis. I love sports. And this is a sports update with the Big Daddy, Steve Beauchamp. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stuart Powell. We
stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Although there's been a lot of praise heaped upon Kentucky's offensive line, head coach Mark Stoops says there's still a lot of work to be done. He says the big blue line has got to be better on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 situations. Stoops also says their approach to the receiving corps is going to be a group effort. The Cats open the year August 30th hosting Toledo at Kroger Field on Z105. Another preseason college football poll is out from the Associated Press. The AP has Texas number 1, followed by Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson in the top 5. Louisville came in at number 25. SEC schools ranked in addition to the Longhorns and Bulldogs were Alabama 7th, LSU 9th, South Carolina 14th, Florida 16th, Ole Miss 18th, Tennessee 19th, Oklahoma 20th, and Texas A&M 22nd. Indiana is 23rd. In baseball, Kyle Schwarber's 2-run homer and a 4-run 7th inning powered the Phillies past the Reds last night 4-1. It was Schwarber's National League best 42nd home run this year. Elsewhere, Milwaukee won its 10th straight game, 7-1 over the Pirates. The Padres trail the Dodgers by just 1 game in the NL West this morning. San Diego topped the Giants 4-1, while LA was losing across town to the Angels 7-4. The Yankees topped the Twins 6-2, while the Astros, Cardinals, Rangers, Rays, Royals, and Tigers were all winners. In girls high school soccer last night, it was Nelson County 2, Mercer County 1, Garrett County blanked Somerset 8-0, and Anderson County outscored Lincoln County 6-5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. It makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicapable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, you are Rayleigh Jophus, and that's brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? The owners and operators can do it for you there at the Little Sign Shop. Many signs available within 24 hours. They are in Danville where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Rain showers are possible today. Mostly sunny, a high of 90, a low tonight of 71. I know that's confusing. Rain showers are possible, but mostly sunny. Well, it's mostly sunny now. Rain a little bit later on early this evening. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 88. Thursday, partly sunny and 88. Friday, sunny and 91. It's 7:23 in the morning, 70 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August on The Joe Show.
They call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Woke up.
Yes, it absolutely is. Goodness gracious, what year is it? AOL has announced it is shutting down its dial-up internet service. Yes, that was apparently still an option in 2025. If you wanted to hear this right here, you could have. It's how a lot of Americans first accessed the internet back in the 90s when it was called America Online. They then shortened it to AOL in 2006. Remember how it worked? It worked through your telephone line, and you heard a series of loud screeching sounds when you logged on. The other drawback was you had to log off if your parents had to make a phone call. In our house, if you picked up the phone, it knocked you off the internet. And I think they fixed that, and then eventually, like, someone picked the phone up, they would realize there's no dial tone. You couldn't make a call. Then you'd have to log off to be able to use the phone. Everyone used to get those American Online CDs in the mail offering free trial memberships. The first 100 hours were free, and then you had to pay after that. Broadband and wireless eventually lapped dial-up and made it mostly obsolete. According to census data, 160,000 Americans as of 2 years ago were still using dial-up. That was around 0.1% of all internet connections in the U.S. using dial-up. AOL put out a statement saying, quote, it routinely evaluates its products and services and decided to discontinue dial-up at the end of September 30th. Now, that does not mean dial-up is totally dead. If you enjoy waiting 15 minutes for websites to load, Microsoft, NetZero, and a few other companies still offer this. For those wondering, why would someone have dial-up? It's mainly used by people in, like, remote areas, where the only other option is satellite internet, which is super expensive. So you can go either $10 a month or less for dial-up, because it's very slow by today's standards, or you could pay out the wazoo, so to say, for satellite. So it's oftentimes used in remote areas. If you're wondering about the speed, how slow is dial-up? It tops out at 56 kilobits per second. So it would take about 12 minutes to download one song. A high-definition movie would take around 170 hours to download, or just over 1 week to download a high-def movie. R.I.P. America Online. We got mail. So thanks for that. America Online did announce that they were ending their dial-up connection. And let's have a funeral for AOL.
And now, audio of the funeral of AOL.
AOL was good to all of us. I remember the first time I received an AOL CD in the mail. It was for 3 free weeks of AOL. I used it as a coaster. Very nice. And I remember all of the hours I'd spend in front of my computer, chatting on AOL Instant Messenger with middle-aged dudes pretending to be hot girls. I'm gonna miss AOL, so I'd like to wrap up this eulogy with something that AOL once said to me that I'll never forget. It said, wise words from AOL. You'll be missed. If anybody has anything they'd like to say about AOL, please come to the podium. Anybody? Do any of you even remember AOL? No? Yikes.
This has been audio of AOL's funeral.
There you go. AOL ending their dial-up service. It is 7:28 and a half in the morning. We're looking at 70 degrees Tuesday, the 12th day of August. About 60 seconds away from bottom hour news right here on the Joe Show. And Tyler Ray gives us the County Agent's Corner coming up after that.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
It's time for Pioneer Days, August 14th through the 17th.
Family night on Thursday. Start off with our meet and greet princesses from 5 to 6:30 with our princess show. 7 o'clock is our baby contest, and following is our villains production. So come out on Thursday night for a fun night with inflatables, petting zoo, dunking booth, mechanical bull, and over 100 vendors. We also have food trucks and a free trackless train ride for the kiddos.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
7:30, 70 degrees, Tuesday, August the 12th. KNN News comes your way now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hundreds of pounds of marijuana and other illicit items have been seized from Lexington vape shops. Authorities executed search warrants at 4 vape shops last week after reports of drug trafficking. Police say 620 pounds of marijuana and hemp flowers were discovered during the searches, including $210,000 and several firearms. Ali Mazab, Sammy Whitaker Jr., Virginia Bates, and Sunil Bhattarai were arrested on drug trafficking charges. Fayette County Board of Education members sued for construction efforts at their new STEM Academy building. Board members recently declared eminent domain on portions of properties to expand bus lanes leading up to their new school off Versailles Road. This led to the affected property owners filing a lawsuit last Thursday after refusing offers to forfeit portions of their land. Plaintiffs are asking for punitive and compensatory damages related to the eminent domain attempt. Mayor Craig Greenberg says he shares frustration with his police officers with the judiciary in Louisville.
The mayor's comments come after 32-year-old Armand Langford, who was given shock probation instead of serving 14 years for previous offenses, kidnapped a woman and her children, using them as hostages while robbing a branch of the PNC Bank on Friday. The mayor says that while he can't affect change on the courts, he can be a voice for officers out protecting the streets.
But I can be a loud and strong advocate for transparency, for helping us out to reduce the amount of violent crime and holding people accountable that commit them. And I've been talking about that, and that volume is going to be raised significantly after last week.
The mayor also said that when you're convicted of committing violent crimes, he believes your punishment should be measured in, quote, years, not months.
That's John Shannon reporting. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
When it comes to your money, there's a lot to think about. Paying bills, setting a family budget, and retirement. Farmers National Bank cares about your financial well-being and is here to help. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com to check out their financial wellness section with short videos on budgeting, saving, paying off debt, and more. You can also stop into a branch or call to ask the bank's financial professionals for advice. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titans. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same, and that the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg, Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet. The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tate's Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville-Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Harrod State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suites, bedroom suites, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
These famous recipes been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. Lee's is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a home-style buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and home-style buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville and South 4th.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay there, Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by our friends over at The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on all types of gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online stores at hometownlive.net. All right, sunshine right now, rain shower chances later, a high of 90, low tonight 71. Sunshine tomorrow, 88. On Thursday, partly sunny and 88 at 7:38 in the morning. It is 71 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August, and our big deal of the hour this hour is a Thompson Service Center $50 gift certificate to Thompson Service Center in Harrodsburg. $50 yours for $29 at our Big Deals online store. Right now, Tyler Ray joins us this morning for the County Agent's Corner. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tyler. Appreciate you being on here this morning, giving us the County Agent's Corner. It is brought to you by our friends at Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Ray.
The period from late summer to early fall is the best time to establish common cool season grasses such as orchard grass, tall fescue, timothy, and bluegrass for pasture and hay in Kentucky. These four grasses make up about 95% of our pasture acreage. Many years of research have shown that this period provides the best chance for successful establishment. Mother Nature also has a hand in it because seed produced in the late spring remains dormant until the late summer, and the early fall rains provides moisture necessary for the seed to germinate. To increase your success rate, remember these 4 tips. First, address soil fertility by applying lime and fertilizers based on a current soil test. Inadequate levels of phosphorus, potassium, or limestone will limit the success of late-seeded summer forages. For pure grass stands, apply nitrogen at a rate of 40 to 60 pounds per acre. Second, control competition. Late summer seedings often fail from competition and lack of water. When you control existing vegetation through close grazing or herbicide or tillage, the emerging seedlings have access to whatever water and nutrients are present without having to compete with weeds. Tune back in at noon for the remaining 2 tips. And that's today's Home and Farm Show. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agent's Corner, a service of the Boyle, Lincoln, Garrett, and Mercer UK Extension Offices.
There you go. Tyler Ray with this morning's County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, Tyler, here we go. Fact number 1. I've never thought of this, although it makes complete perfect sense now that I do. Haven't given it much thought, though. Cows do not automatically make milk, Tyler. They have to have a calf first to make milk.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense, but it's not something I've ever really given consideration to. Right? A cow doesn't just come out making milk. They got to have a reason to produce the milk. The reason to produce the milk would be to have the calf. So there you go.
This is true.
Yeah. Number 2, Tyler. There are more than 61 million people using this in 1994, this piece of technology. What do you think it is? 61 million people using this in 1994. What was super popular in 1994? The early 90s, mid-90s?
A Walkman?
A Walkman's a good guess. Very good guess. Pagers, or beepers,
okay.
Yeah, is what I was looking for. Remember my dad had one, and we'd have to page him, and then he'd call us back in about 5 minutes. The number is down now, Tyler, to about 2 million today. And for those wondering why in the world there are 2 million people using pagers, most of those are in hospitals, like doctors, nurses, things like that. Number 3, Tyler, the word Nazi and nacho both come from the same Latin word, Ignatius. Or Ignatius. In Germany, it evolved into the name Ignaz, which was then shortened to Nazi and became a generic term for German peasants before it was taken over by the Nazi Party. In Mexico, Ignatius became the name Ignacio, and that was the first name of the chef who created nachos. So the base word for Nazi and nachos comes from the same word. Obviously, 2 different meanings. Number 4, movies and TV shows that feature time travel are banned in the country of China. So don't bring your box set of Quantum Leap with you on your next vacation to Beijing, Tyler. And number 5, the part that Will Smith took in the movie Men in Black was originally offered to David Schwimmer. But David Schwimmer turned it down. Will Smith took it. Men in Black, of course, became, I guess, an iconic movie. There you go. Tyler with the County Agent's Corner. Tyler, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Tyler. Talk to you later.
Okay.
7:44 in the morning. A little Men in Black for you.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 76 years in the bluegrass. We are Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Don't miss our 76th anniversary season Under the Stars. Check out our brand new 75 Years Under the Stars exhibit, Good Rockin' Tonight. Elvis Presley and his rockabilly queen, Wanda Jackson, August 14th, 15th, and 16th. Dinner 7 p.m. and show at 8 p.m. That's an earlier start time. Join us for a night of celebrating Elvis and the vibrant music he made with Wanda Jackson, the undisputed queen of rockabilly. This is a musical extravaganza you won't want to miss. 2 Elvises, 1 Wanda, live music by Kelly Caldwell and Kashmir. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road in Danville, Kentucky. 859-236-2747 or go to pioneerplayhouse.com for tickets. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Although there's been a lot of praise heaped upon Kentucky's offensive line, head coach Mark Stoops says there's still a lot of work to be done. He says the big blue line has got to be better on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 situations. Stoops also says their approach to the receiving corps is going to be a group effort. The Cats open the year August 30th hosting Toledo at Kroger Field on Z105. Another preseason college football poll is out from the Associated Press. The AP has Texas number 1, followed by Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson in the top 5. Louisville came in at number 25. SEC schools ranked in addition to the Longhorns and Bulldogs were Alabama 7th, LSU 9th, South Carolina 14th, Florida 16th, Ole Miss 18th, Tennessee 19th, Oklahoma 20th, and Texas A&M 22nd. Indiana is 23rd. In baseball, Kyle Schwarber's 2-run homer in a 4-run 7th inning powered the Phillies past the Reds last night 4-1. It was Schwarber's National League best 42nd home run this year. Elsewhere, Milwaukee won its 10th straight game, 7-1 over the Pirates. The Padres trail the Dodgers by just 1 game in the NL West this morning. San Diego topped the Giants 4-1, while LA was losing across town to the Angels 7-4. The Yankees topped the Twins 6-2. While the Astros, Cardinals, Rangers, Rays, Royals, and Tigers were all winners. In girls' high school soccer last night, it was Nelson County 2, Mercer County 1, Garrett County blanked Somerset 8-0, and Anderson County outscored Lincoln County 6-5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
You get a frantic call saying your grandchild is in trouble and they need help. You're asked to send money fast. Don't do it. I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. This is called the grandparents scam. Always check with family members or local authorities first.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Well, I got a mouthful of donut. Thanks to John Drake, who brought some donuts in this morning. Shout out to John Drake. And I'm looking at my live stream, and I got a piece of my beer. There we go. All right, it's brought to you by our friends at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Rain showers are possible later on today. Sunshine as well. A high today of 90. We'll get sunshine. Chance of rain at about 5 o'clock. So it'll be the early evening hours. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 88. Thursday, partly sunny, 88. Friday, sunshine and 91. Right now, it's 7:49 in the morning. It's 70 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of the month of August. We're happy to have on the Joe Show, Super Dave, who's in studio with us this morning hanging out. What's going on with Super Dave today?
Oh, not much, Joe.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
All right, good stuff. I'm trying to finish my donut here, Super Dave. We are going to be beginning Monday of next week, which is August the 18th.
Well, it's hard to believe it's getting late August already, just about.
Already football season.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going with this. Monday, August the 18th, will begin I think Rick said yesterday, the 22nd year of the Pigskin Report, which is our show that we have Monday evenings during football season where we interview all the area coaches. So we'll have Danville, Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, Mercer, UK, Center College. That'll be Mondays from 6 to 7, beginning the 18th. Next Monday, it'll be at the Harrisburg Dairy Queen. And we'll be there live every Monday, set up from 5 until 7. But the show itself is 6 until 7, and you can hear that right here on WHIR and WHBN. And I told Super Dave that this morning, and he's like, yes, Dairy Queen Mondays are so back. So we're excited about that. All right, Super Dave, what's going on in the world of country music today? Any big-time happenings? I know you said there's a show at Norton Center you want to see.
Yeah.
You want to go see Marty Stewart?
Yeah, I like Marty Stewart a lot.
Okay, what else is going on, Super Dave?
Well...
you're our resident country music expert, so what's going on?
Well, there's a new Grand Ole Opry member getting ready to be inducted here pretty soon.
Yeah, where did I see that? That was yesterday. Who was that? I can't remember what the name was.
Kathy Mattea.
Kathy Mattea. Okay, Grand Ole Opry member Kathy Mattea. She came to Norton Center last year, didn't she?
Yeah, her and Susie Box together.
I think I interviewed her. I think I interviewed Kathy Mattea.
I believe so.
All right, so Grand Ole Opry member Kathy Mattea, 18 Wheels and a Dozen Roses. That's the Kathy Mattea song that sticks out in my head.
I'll have more on that Friday morning on WHBN.
Okay, yeah, the country music news segment on Radio Rick Show. So is that the big time happening this week?
Also, I'll have news on Buck Owens Friday morning also.
You know, today's his birthday.
Yeah.
Today, Buck Owens would have been, he's born in 29. So he would have been 96 years old today.
That's right. My dad was born in 29 also.
So he would have been, him and Buck Owens the same age. So Buck Owens would have been 96 years old today. We talked about him earlier this morning in our state country music history. So happy birthday to the late Buck Owens. All right. Anything else? We've got Kathy Mattea, Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
We got some Buck Owens news.
That's all I can think of at the moment. But other than the Kentucky Headhunters coming to Renfrew Valley.
All right. Kentucky Headhunters from Renfrew. Yeah, got good stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, I love that band, too.
All right, Super Dave, let's head out west, see what's going on in Hollywood, the showbiz segment, the world of WHIR. Those people so rich and disassociated with reality. Our rule of thumb here in the show, if a celebrity does it or thinks it, you should do say and think the opposite. Here we go, showbiz segment. If you are a pickle aficionado who can spend hours perusing every chart at the grocery store pickles, then we have news for you. Pamela Anderson is now selling her own artisanal pickles for $38 a jar. No, we haven't slapped a tariff on the bombshell. That's just the price she chose for a jar of pickles. It's for a good cause, apparently. Pamela's pickles are available now, Super Dave, at flamingoestate.com for a limited time. There are only a few hundred jars available, so if you want one, act fast. The recipe was inspired by one that was passed down by her great Aunt V. It features rose, dill, mustard, and garlic. They're hot and vegan, and 100% of the proceeds will benefit the California Wildlife Center. Although California Wildlife Center will probably be fun too. Pamela says, quote, "My sons and I are so proud to share our mutual love of condiments, especially pickles, with you." She said her family used to do a lot of pickling when she was a kid, growing up on Vancouver Island in Canada. She has a home there now, which includes a vegetable farm. Hey, it's hard to believe, but it's been 20 years since Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie rocked every tabloid cover. In a new interview, Jennifer calls it era of the tabloid life a love triangle, and that's what it was such juicy reading for people. But they didn't have their soap operas, they had their tabloids. She doesn't elaborate on that difficult time other than to say, quote, "It's a shame that it happened, but it happened, and boy, did I take it personally. We're human beings, some people don't want to believe we are. They think you signed up for it, so you take it, but we didn't really sign up for that. You got through it by being resilient. Quote, just pick yourself up by the bootstraps, keep on walking. And so number 3, Tim Burton went back to his stop-motion animation roots for a 90-second sequence in the first episode of Wednesday on Season 2. For those unfamiliar with the animation style, it's very time-consuming. It requires hand-built sets and puppets manipulated frame by frame. So any guesses how long it took to complete a 90-second sequence? 8 months. Tim brought on a team who worked on Corpse Bride to bring his idea to life. The scene shows a student of the Nevermore Academy who creates a clockwork cart to replace his own. Tim says, quote, I loved it. This is the kind of show where we play around with things, and that was special to me. In fact, kind of old school with it, and ended up designing the puppet. Tim Burton spent 8 months creating a 90-second stop-motion sequence. Jennifer Aniston says her love triangle with Brad and Angelina was juicy. And now Pamela Anderson is selling $38 pickles. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment. We're going to Melton's Deli in Danville, more close to home, and grabbing ourselves a sandwich for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon. All right, Super Dave, we'll see how this one sounds for you.
The Steve Bertram sandwich?
The Steve Bertram, the Daddy Club. We usually save that one for Friday, because that's also known as the Miles Bell Special. Let's go with the Big Mama Sub. We got the Big Daddy Club, the Big Mama Sub. Smoked turkey, deli baked ham, Swiss and American cheese, crisp bacon, red onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. On your choice of bread, they do recommend the 6-inch sub sandwich bun. Sounds good. Sounds good. Big Mama Sub. It's good. It's number 5 on the Melton's Deli menu. 247 East Main Street and 995 Benelli Drive. The Big Mama Sub. You heard them on the Joe Show on 103.9 AM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's a Big Mama Sub. It's 7:56. We're back after this. 70 degrees, Tuesday, the 12th day of August. Coming up at the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, we stop by the Will County Public Library. Colleen will talk with us at 8:10. Randy is up this morning. They're going to get on the Joe Show.
Prescription costs rise. Many Medicare beneficiaries are having difficulty keeping up. If you or someone you know is finding it difficult to pay for prescriptions, the Kentucky Department for Aging and Independent Living State Health Insurance Assistance Program may be able to help. SHIP counselors can guide you to money-saving prescription assistance programs, including a program that helps pay for Medicare Part D plan costs for limited-income seniors. For more information, call 1-877-293-7447.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Big deal stores really got those summer savings for you. You can purchase a $50 gift certificate from AM Danville for just $29, or get this, 4 $50 gift certificates, a $200 value for just $100. That means you only pay half price. Stay in style with a visit to Anderson's Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Get a $50 gift certificate for only $35. $10 gift certificates to the Bread of Life and Liberty are just $7. Get that sweet tooth at once at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. $10 gift certificates are half price, is $5. Applebee's Grill and Bar in Danville. Get a $10 gift certificate for just $7.50. $22 Pioneer Playhouse gift certificates are back. You get an entertaining $5 savings at just $17. Come clean with a visit to Thoroughbred Auto Wash in Danville. $20 car washes are just half price at $10. Check out these and many more great savings that are big deals online store at HometownLive.net. HometownLive.net.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and felt like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it for a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialists was compensated for their time.
We are halfway home, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning here on The Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town. AM 1230, now on FM 103.9. WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky Wine.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump's order to federalize the police and use National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. could end sometime next month. The emergency authority that the president exercised under the D.C. Home Rule Act will expire in 30 days unless Congress approves an extension. And Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson are responding to President Trump's threat to deploy the National Guard to Chicago. Pritzker said Trump has no right or no legal ability to send troops into the city.
It's not surprising to me that he suggests violating the law. He's done it many times and been convicted of it 34 times.
Johnson pointed out that homicides and shootings are down in Chicago since he took office. The mayor also noted that the president has cut another $158 million in funding for violence prevention programs in cities like Chicago. The White House is expected to release official trip details today for Friday's meeting between President Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Alaska. The two are meeting to discuss an end to the war in Ukraine. Trump announced on Monday that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky will not take part in the upcoming talks about the invasion of his country. At least one person is dead, another is unaccounted for after an explosion at a U.S. steel plant in Pennsylvania. It happened Monday morning at the U.S. Clairton Coke Works plant in Clairton, south of Pittsburgh.
This is a tragedy that we want to understand. We're under the investigation, and we will continue to work not only with the folks behind me, but the families of those who have been affected.
U.S. spokesperson Scott Bacaizo said the cause of the explosion is being investigated. 10 others have also been injured. The plant produces the material coke, which is used in the making of steel. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Boss wants me to tell you about everything at the Kentucky State Fair in this commercial. So, here goes. There we go. Enter slide elf skate parties, cooking demos, fancy horses, street tacos, street jugglers, kiddie coasters, talent shows, snow riders, still walkers, livestock, live music, carousel, caricature, food court, fun exhibit, funnel case, footy farm bureau, from ride, games galore, ag land, astro wheel, rock and roll, serious shop, and groove boats. And that's not the half of it. The Kentucky State Fair is August 14th through 24th. Buy your tickets online and get free parking. Go to kystatefair.org.
This is Matt Jones with KSR, and summertime is finally here. So whether you ride, pedal, walk, or drive, Kentuckians are reminded to follow the rules of the road as traffic increases across the state. Buckle up, put your phone down, obey the speed limit and always travel sober. If riding a bike or motorcycle, wear a helmet. If you're walking, stay visible. Let's work together for the safety of everyone using our roadways. Be safe, Kentucky. It's brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Office of Highway Safety.
This is National Immunization Awareness Month and the time when kids get
and sometimes even lifelong disabilities or death.
Dr. Kimberly Giuliano, a pediatrician at the Cleveland Clinic, says she recognizes that a growing number of parents remain hesitant to get their children vaccinated. However, she says skipping shots not only puts their kids at risk, but endangers other children around them. Taylor Swift is announcing a new album titled The Life of a Showgirl. Swift dropped the surprise in a clip from boyfriend Travis Kelce's podcast New Heights. The singer revealed her 12th studio-produced album intentionally on August 12th at 12:12 a.m. The latest edition of New Heights will be released on streaming services Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is also a departure from the normal morning release. It marks the first time Swift has joined the show, which Kelce co-hosts with his brother Jason. The Poltergeist House is now available for rent. Daniel Martindale with more.
The house looks just like the one next to it. And the one next to that.
The house in Simi Valley, California has been completely redesigned to mimic the set from the 1982 horror film Poltergeist. The home can sleep up to 8 people and pets. Reservations are starting at $600 per night. Last year, the home was sold for the first time in more than 4 decades. It went for nearly $1.3 million.
4 suspected members of a burglary crew were behind bars accused of ransacking actor Brad Pitt's California home back in June. Pitt wasn't home. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
What are you doing August 14th through the 17th? Come on out to historic Harrodsburg for our annual Pioneer Days Festival. We'll have inflatables, a petting zoo, dunking booth, mechanical bull, over 100 vendors, delicious food trucks. Join us on Friday and Saturday night for live music. Start your Saturday off with our colonial breakfast. At 6 p.m. you can meet and greet with your favorite wrestlers from Elite Wrestling Alliance. And be sure to stick around for their wrestling match at 7 o'clock. Follow us on Facebook or find us on our website, pioneerdaysky.com.
Discover the power of radio. If you want your business to generate more store traffic, then you need to advertise. As a business owner, you already know that continuous store traffic is the first step towards sales increases and expanding your base of shoppers. Get the exposure you need with radio. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Good morning to you. What about it, folks? It's the second day of this work week, Tuesday, August the 12th, and a day where we get sunshine early, rain showers later, and a forecast will come your way for the first day of school tomorrow. But news is first.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same, and that the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg, Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reported that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet.
The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tate's Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville-Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Harrods State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smokin' Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business, so come on down to Smokin' Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315-DeLahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company. Fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair at Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, sunshine right now. We will get up into the 90s as a high, and some rain shower chances as well in the early portions of this evening. A high today, 90. Tomorrow, sunshine and 88. Thursday, sunshine 88. Friday, sunshine and 91. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's the 12th day of August. It's 71 degrees on this Tuesday, and we welcome onto the show from the Boyle County Public Library, Colleen. Good morning, Colleen. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm well. How are you?
Doing great, Colleen. Appreciate you being on this morning and giving us updates on what's going on at the Boyle County Public Library.
Thank you. It's this is a quiet time of year. We are not doing as much programming because we are helping the community get ready to go back to school, and some of the children's staff will be taking some well-deserved vacation time.
Right.
So we're activities at the library are quieter for children, although we still have a lot going on for adults this month. So one thing I want to say is if you entered into the summer reading prizes and you don't know if you won, please check the summer reading prize winners list. It was published on Facebook, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And or you can call the library. Yes, it was published on Facebook yesterday. So we have contacted everyone as much as we can, and some people haven't responded, so please check to see if you won something. On Facebook, you can see the prize and who won it.
Okay.
Okay, and then I wanted to let everyone know we were helping people get ready to go back to school by attending all the back-to-school events, and we also were able to host the Boyle County school's public librarians, which we were very happy to do, and we also worked with Danville to do the back-to-school buzz event yesterday where kids came and got haircuts here at the library.
Oh, cool.
Which was a lot of fun.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, we were at the back-to-school bash yesterday at Woodlawn, and Jack and Rayleigh, my two kids, got to spin the wheel, Colleen.
Oh, yeah, good.
Rayleigh won a little keychain, which was really more like a keychain wallet.
Yes.
And then Jack won a noodle.
Oh, yep. Those noodles were popular. I did that event at Tolliver, and the noodles were really popular.
And then they had the bookmobile outside, and I don't know, I didn't get to go over to the bookmobile. Rayleigh did with Rebecca, my wife, but I don't know. They were scooping out something. I don't know what they were scooping. They were doing some sort of game at the bookmobile.
Yeah, they have sensory bins that they use. I don't know exactly what they had yesterday, but the sensory bins have these little, beads in them that are really fun. They feel wet, but they're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Y'all did a good job. It was fun seeing you all yesterday.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry I missed seeing you.
Yeah, no problem. What else is going on? Anything else, Colleen?
Yes. So two things I want to let you know that are going on. So on this Thursday, the Story Center staff are hosting a program called Danville Photographers Then and Now. It will be in the reading room from 5 to 7. So they're going to talk about the history of photography in the county.
Okay. And
then on the 30th of August, which is some time away, but it's going to be a really cool partnership between the library, Ephraim McDowell House, and the Kentucky Science Center. And it's a program called The Future of Medicine, and it's Body Science Expo. And it's at 1:30. It's a Saturday. And it should be really, really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's coming up these days.
Love it. Good stuff. If you have any questions at the Boyle County Public Library, all I got to do is go on Facebook, look up the Boyle County Public Library, or go to boylepublib.org, correct?
That's right.
There you go. Colleen,
you got it.
We appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Colleen with the Boyle County Public Library updating us every Tuesday, right around 8:10 in the morning here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Let's see what's going on in the sports world with our sort of sports report. Starting off in UFC news, where UFC's Dana White made a huge statement on UFC's $7.7 billion deal with Paramount Plus.
I love it. These guys are obviously very smart guys, very aggressive. And when you think about streaming, right? Streaming's incredible. When they drop a great show, problem with the whole services, I can watch it tonight or I can watch it 2 years from now. Live sports is going to be a big deal, with all these streaming services. And, we're going to play a big part in it.
Paramount's now the home for all future UFC championship events. The 7-year agreement between Paramount and UFC has an annual value of $1.1 billion, and will see Paramount as the destination for their full complement of marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on the Paramount Plus streaming platform. In addition, select numbered events will also be simulcast on CBS. This puts a stake in the heart of UFC's pay-per-view model and allow fans more access to the sport. UFC and Paramount strike a 7-year deal. Hey, all things considered, Jen Powell's debut behind the plate on Sunday was respectable. Yes, many focused on her first strike call clearly being a ball, but once that moment passed, her performance received a favorable review from ump scorecards. Powell's overall accuracy and overall consistency were both rated at 93%. 5 of the 104 pitches she called balls were true strikes, and 6 of the 47 pitches she called balls were actually true strikes. Now that this is a game is behind her, hopefully the microscope of her performance can stop, and we could just play some baseball. She did a pretty good job out there. Hey, AP's Top 25 preseason poll. For the first time ever, the Texas Longhorns will open a college football season as the #1 team in the country. The AP preseason Top 25 poll has the Longhorns on top, followed by Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia. Interestingly, that #1 ranking doesn't stop them from being an underdog in their Week 1 matchup against the Ohio State Buckeyes. That game's going to be played in Columbus at Ohio Stadium, where Texas finds themselves as a 2.5-point underdog to the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's what's going on. And this morning's sort of sports report, we have more sports coming your way next with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. And then Randyisms gives us his thoughts. Randy Graham follows the Big Daddy Sports.
Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Although there's been a lot of praise heaped upon Kentucky's offensive line, head coach Mark Stoops says there's still a lot of work to be done. He says the big blue line has got to be better on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 situations. Stoops also says their approach to the receiving corps is going to be a group effort. The Cats open the year August 30th, hosting Toledo at Kroger Field on Z105. Another preseason college football poll is out from the Associated Press. The AP has Texas number 1, followed by Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson in the top 5. Louisville came in at number 25. SEC schools ranked in addition to the Longhorns and Bulldogs were Alabama 7th, LSU 9th, South Carolina 14th, Florida 16th, Ole Miss 18th, Tennessee 19th, Oklahoma 20th, and Texas A&M 22nd. Indiana is 23rd. In baseball, Kyle Schwarber's 2-run homer in a 4-run 7th inning powered the Phillies past the Reds last night 4-1. It was Schwarber's National League best 42nd home run this year. Elsewhere, Milwaukee won its 10th straight game, 7-1 over the Pirates. The Padres trail the Dodgers by just 1 game in the NL West this morning. San Diego topped the Giants 4-1, while L.A. was losing across town to the Angels 7-4. The Yankees topped the Twins 6-2, while the Astros, Cardinals, Rangers, Rays, Royals, and Tigers were all winners. In girls high school soccer last night, it was Nelson County 2, Mercer County 1, Garrett County blanked Somerset 8-0, and Anderson County outscored Lincoln County 6-5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Bend has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the wet adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deals.
So shop now.
Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakemanscandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Joe Fuss. It's brought to you by our friends over at The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50%. You know you can do it every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Mostly sunny, 90s a high, 71's the low. Partly sunny tomorrow, 88's the high. A low tomorrow night of 69 on the first day of school for kiddos. And on Thursday, partly sunny and 88. It's 8:23 in the morning. It's 71 degrees. Tuesday, the 12th day of August, and Randy is coming your way with Randy Graham. Take it away, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, I saw there's this new book being promoted on different networks about how to be happy, authored by a man named Arthur Brooks, titled The Happiness Files. I mean, imagine that, Joe, a book to tell us how to be happy. Well, I thought that book was already in existence, titled The Bible, which all good books on such subjects come from. Albeit I understand someone writing such a book because there's a lot of unhappy people out there in spite of the Bible being the #1 bestseller of all books every year. And as such, keep some publishing companies in existence, which proves saturation is an impossibility when it comes to the world of selling. If not for the simple reason that every year there's a new group of 18-year-olds coming into existence. But the problem is, Joe, not everyone will read or study the Bible, especially liberals, so there are a lot of unhappy people in the world who happen to reside in the Democrat Party, especially the self-proclaimed intellectual idiots. I mean elites. Excuse me, I mean the smartest people in the world, better known as left-leaning liberal progressives, who find their home in the Democrat Party. So thank goodness there are such people as Arthur Brooks who will pen such documents as the Happiness Files that today's unhappy people will read. Folks, got to keep a sense of humor. Sometimes life's too serious to take serious. I mean, keeping a sense of humor is one of the keys to keeping someone happy. What, you don't believe that left-leaning liberals or most Democrats are unhappy? I mean, just like all those congressmen and women who suffer from Trump deranged syndrome, where Trump lives rent-free in their brain, has led to many congressmen and women and leaders dropping the F-bomb. Or you ever watch CNN or MSNBC? I mean, after a continuous deluge with such garbage, I'd be unhappy too. And ironically, that's one of the things the author said to stay away from. Not necessarily CNN or MSNBC, but a constant deluge of the news that has a tendency to be negative. I mean, you never hear the story of the good little boy that helped the little old lady cross the street. No, we hear about the little old lady being hit by a car crossing the street, sensationalizing to get ratings, or lying in the case of often CNN or MSNBC. But all one has to do is look at many of these people's faces or their countenance, where their unhappiness has become a permanent fixture. I mean, just think of California Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Imagine waking up to that look in the middle of the night, talking about children having nightmares. And even facial countenance can be backed up scientifically or physically, because the fact is, you know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. And if you're constantly frowning and building up those muscles, guess what? One's face is going to start showing a permanent look, like Maxine Waters. When the fact is, it takes fewer muscles to smile, and there are those whose face show that as well. No, it's no different than the bodybuilder who works his or her muscles. But, Joe, it was interesting but not surprising that his book all went back to the importance of, yes, faith, family, friends, and physical activity, which ironically, again, the author said is something we should do every day is exercise. An hour a day in the gym if possible, at least some activity. You know, the fact is, we, meaning human beings, and that would include liberal Democrats, have a thing called endorphin glands, which when we exercise give off a thing called endorphins, which are like our own little drug factory that the body secretes. That those who study such things say that endorphins are 1,000 times more powerful than morphine, and as a result, we are put on a natural high. And why, even after the pain of exercise, we have a satisfied feeling when we sit down, whether after lifting weights, running, walking, or just riding a bicycle. And you don't even have to be wearing a plastic beanie or leotard tights when riding the bicycle either in order to get endorphin glands popping. By the way, have you noticed we see less of these beanies and leotard tights nowadays, that the fad has stopped, albeit after diminishing the width of our roadways and the investments of millions of dollars into bicycle lanes? Talking not getting the biggest bang for your buck, but at least the liberals and politicians are happy. And Joe, I like riding bikes. I'm just not in favor of wearing beanies or leotard tights. Just come from a generation where back then you wore tennis shoes, short pants, and a tank top. Besides, it's too much like wearing stockings, at least for a man. Too much like trying to stuff a marshmallow into a thimble. But it takes all kinds to make up the world. Just understand that life's a risk. Getting married's a risk. Walking across the street's a risk. Riding a bicycle is a risk. It's all a risk. Hey, Joe, you know how risky life is? Ain't none of us going to get out alive, so I just assume not to wear the plastic beanie. But the author also talked about the importance of friends and family and can explain why they say the younger youth and on their smartphones and iPads are having a problem in interacting with others and building friendships. Yeah, well, I mean, fact is, in human nature, we just feed off each other, don't we? I mean, that's just the way God made us, and so glad he did. That's why dear old Dad, the Gipper, who will be 97 this next birthday, and who was my high school basketball coach at my alma mater, good old Boyle County High School. Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, rebels. But having outlived all his high school classmates, told my siblings and I that the key to having friends as one ages is to develop younger friendships as well. And why Dad meets for lunch every Friday with a group of younger friends and meets regularly with college basketball players he coached. Helps one keep engaged and, yes, happy. Yes, no man, meaning mankind, is an island unto themselves. As the old song that we're taught in high school, choirs, lyrics read. It's just said, it's just the way God made us. By the way, Joe, talking the importance of exercise and being happy, dear old Dad defended his title again this past Saturday in the senior games and throwing the shot put and taking home the gold, even breaking his best of last year. Some might say, well, why would a 96-year-old man want to play a senior games and throw the shot put? Well, in addition to competitive spirit, he understands, like the author, the importance of being psychologically engaged and getting those endorphins popping. So, yes, one gets on a natural high. But it's really more than that, Joe. It's an example for others as well. Yes, children and grandchildren, in knowing what can be done, while teaching the importance of having dreams and setting new goals. Because a person who stops dreaming is dead on the inside, waiting to die on the outside. And while we should never be afraid of trying new things, because when you're green, you're growing, but when you're ripe, you're rot. So we want to be, green and growing, don't we? And never giving up. By not competing with others, but competing with ourselves. And with the attitude of never giving up. Yeah, faith, friends, family, and physical activity are essential for keeping us happy. And since all these type good books come from the one main books, we can have a choice. Purchasing the book The Happiness Files by Arthur Brooks for our liberal friends, or for conservatives reading the Bible, authored by God.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham. Those are Randy Graham's thoughts. We have them Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on the Joe Show at this time. But real quickly, let's go over some birthdays today on this August the 12th. Those people having birthdays celebrating on this Tuesday morning here on the show. Tom Holland has a birthday today. Happy birthday to Tom Holland. Our state rep, Daniel Elliott, celebrates a birthday today. So does Ann Young celebrating. Brad McNew is on the birthday list, and Jeff Moss on here as well. Call him in, 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. It's 8:32 in the morning.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. You know, the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
How are Speed Queen machines designed, built, and tested for longevity? We have more than a half a century of commercial laundry experience that we're bringing to our design and to your home. Our machines are built from commercial-grade steel parts from top to bottom. Our machines are built better to last longer.
Speed Queen has a stainless steel tub with a lifetime warranty. Speed Queen's agitator has a 210-degree power stroke. Speed Queen's transmission has a 10-year limited warranty. Speed Queen, superb quality, incredible value.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
Our Meals on Wheels program is designed for seniors 60 and up in Boyle County who struggle with food insecurity. If you think you may be eligible, call us at 859-236-2070, thegatheringplace.org, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more info.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same, and that the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg, Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet. The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tades Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville-Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Herod State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, it's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. Get a sign, a banner, or decal fence. The owners and operators have got you covered at the Little Sign Shop. They do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them. 859-238-7391. Sunshine right now. Rain showers are possible later. A high today of 90, a low tonight 71. Partly sunny and 88 is the high tomorrow, with rain shower chances on the first day of school tomorrow. Thursday, partly sunny and 88. Right now it's 8:40 in the morning. It's Pimmy time. What's going on with Ding Dong? Pim Fister Clark.
Hi, I'm Pim Fister Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. As parents of the bride or groom, this is the second of 2 times you have the spotlight at the reception. The first is your dance with your spouses and the bride or groom. The second is your toast to the happy couple. Traditionally, the best man offers the first toast. He attracts the attention of the guests, either from his table or from the microphone, and proposes a toast to the bride and groom. It's perfectly fine for the best man's toast to be the only one offered, but most often, parents of the couple offer up a toast welcoming each other's families and guests, or simply expressing their joy at their children's happiness. Then, anyone else who'd like to lift the glass may do so afterward. If a toast is directed to the bride only, the groom rises. If directed to their parents, both the bride and groom rise, while the parents remain seated. Keep your toast short. The guests want to eat their dinners, dance and celebrate, and a rambling monologue will only come off as an attempt to get attention. So keep it heartfelt and to the point. Remember, less is more. My love note for today is a little piece of wedding etiquette often forgotten. A wedding reception is not the time for long anecdotes or inside jokes. Those are usually told at the rehearsal dinner the night before or at a bachelor or bachelorette party. Short and sweet. That's what the toast to the newlyweds should be.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
.42 in the morning. We are happy to have you aboard the Joe Show here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Jen Powell has become the first female umpire. We talked about her in the Sort of Sports Report. Did a pretty good job behind home plate on Sunday, calling the game between the Braves and the Marlins. It's not the only milestone that's been reached either. Way to go, Jen Powell. And what about this milestone.
Tonight, you loved as Major League Baseball welcomed their first female umpire. Well, get ready for the first kid umpire.
And here's the pitch.
Strike one, you stupid head.
Wow, pretty harsh. And here's another pitch.
Strike two, ugly. You have no riz. You are such skibbity toilet. You're buns.
Oh man, I have no idea what this umpire is saying, but it doesn't sound great. And here's the pitch. The umpire hasn't said anything yet. Hey, ump, what's the call?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm playing Minecraft on my Switch. I just defeated the Ender Dragon.
No idea what that means, but good job, ump.
The MLB's first kid umpire. Don't miss it.
Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, where you can always just eat it here on the Joe Show. Let's do it. Starting off at Little Debbie, where they've just unveiled their fall 2025 menu that features 3 new limited edition items: the fall mini muffins, the fall gingerbread cookies, and the brownie pumpkins. The Little Debbie Fall Mini Muffins are bite-sized and feature a buttery vanilla flavor with yellow, orange, and brown inclusions for the fall. They're sold in packs of 4 muffins and are priced at $3.19. The Fall Gingerbread Cookies are soft and spicy, topped with a dusting of sugar sprinkles. The packaging includes 3 smiling gingerbread cookies wrapped in scarves along with bright autumn leaves. They're packaged in a carton with 8 cookies and sell for $3.19. And the classic brownie pumpkins are available in a limited edition 20-count club pack and are priced around $12.75. You can expect to see all 3 new items on store shelves soon, and prices may vary by location. Kentucky Fried Chicken is KFC, and their fans are excited because the company has decided to return potato wedges and hot and spicy wings back to the menu. The tater wedges were discontinued in 2020, and fans were so upset they started a petition to bring them back. The only catch is that they're here for a limited time only while supplies last, and they'll be available a la carte or as a side dish. KFC's hot and spicy wings have been off the menu for almost 2 years. They feature double hand breading and signature flour and a spicy marinade, and are also back for a limited time. The crispy potato wedges and crunchy hot and spicy wings will be available August the 18th. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, McDonald's is serving up a nostalgia overload with its new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hello Kitties, and Friends Happy Meal, hitting locations nationwide beginning today. Fans can collect 12 unique mashup figurines like Donatello meets Cinema Roll, each with a character card revealing their special skills. Also launching this week is the McDonaldland Meal. Comes with a quarter pounder or McNuggets, fries, a collectible tin of souvenirs, and the whimsical new Mount McDonaldland Shake. Both collabs are limited time only, so collectors will have to move fast before they vanish into the fandom multiverse. McDonald's welcomes the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Hello Kitty mashup. KFC bringing back potato wedges and hot and spicy wings. And Little Debbie unveils a fall menu with 3 new limited edition items. Grub Gab, where you can always just eat it this morning. It's 8:47 in the morning, and we got a phone call. Good morning, you're on the Joe Show.
Hi, Joe. This is Mike Sanford with the Harrodsburg Lions Club. How are you?
I'm doing good, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Are we talking about the 5K today?
Yes, the Pioneer Days 5K this Saturday.
Good stuff. Tell us about it, Mike. What's going on, and how can we get involved in this Saturday?
We are running Saturday morning at 8:15.
Okay.
At the Campbellsville University campus in Harrodsburg.
Right.
Meeting there at the Athletic Center. We actually have 2 races. We've got the 5K at 8:15, and we have a kids quarter-mile fun run.
Okay.
That starts at 8, runs around the track there at the facility. The cost for the kids run, there's no charge for that, participation medals and all that kind of stuff. People cheering them on. It's a nice little event. And then the 5K registration is $30. Again, it starts at 8:15. You can register up until 7:15 that morning.
Okay.
Comes with a real nice shirt. All the proceeds, of course, stay in the community. To the Lions Club. Support our efforts for eyeglass assistance, scholarships, Christian Life Center. Anything we can do to give back.
Absolutely. So you all do a ton of great things, again, for the community. And I think it was Jill Cutler who called in yesterday, and Jill had mentioned this is one of you all's biggest fundraisers of the year, or the biggest of the year, correct?
It is the biggest, yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can come in if you want to run, obviously walk in the 5K, whatever kind of suits your exercise regimen. The kids will be able to do. You said, what's it called? The fun run for the kids?
It is called a kids quarter-mile fun run.
Okay, and that's just one lap around the track, right?
It's about that, yeah.
How can people might get involved if they would? Do they sign up now? Do they sign up at the gate? How does that work?
You can sign up now by going to Run Sign Up.
Okay.
And of course, that's preferred to secure your shirt size, and all that stuff, so you don't
Right.
have to wait. Of course, the registration's quicker if you're just walking up and grabbing a bib number. But up to the day of.
Okay, so
you.
you.
On site.
Okay,
And
you can if you want to.
Registration is picking up pretty good.
Okay, good stuff. What's the cost, Mike?
$30.
Okay. Is that $30 pre-register and at the gate, or is there a different price if you sign up their day of?
It's the same price.
Okay. So, but like Mike said, if you want to go ahead and make sure you secure your T-shirt, that is coming up this Saturday. It's at the Campbellsville University Harrodsburg campus. The Pioneer Days Festival is going on this weekend, and the Lions Club Pioneer Days 5K, the event part of the Harrodsburg Pioneer Days Festival of Events. What's the course look like, Mike, the 5K course? Is it hilly? Is it flat? Is it a mix of both?
You know, it is. It's pretty flat. You know, there's a little bit of an incline as you get towards the athletic facility there, and then the route actually takes you through a little subdivision there behind the fairgrounds. But it doesn't make the big dip back there. If you can kind of picture that area,
right,
going near like the dorms and stuff, it has done that before, but
yeah.
we've altered the altered the route to make it a little less painful.
Right, I'm seeing. Yeah, the course has been modified, so you took out the big hill then in the course.
Yeah. We had some feedback in the past about the hill just being a killer. So
especially if you go and eat that colonial breakfast either before or after or something like that. Yeah, that hill is going to take a toll on you. Coming up this Saturday, Pioneer Days, Run for Sight 5K. Meet at the CU Harrisburg Athletic Complex building there behind where Kroger is, and they can get you squared away. The kids' quarter-mile fun run starts at 8 o'clock, and what time does the big race start, Mike?
Promptly at 8:15.
At 8:15, there you go. If you want more information, go to Facebook, Pioneer Days of Mercer County, Kentucky, and they have an event page for each individual event, including this one, the Pioneer Days Run for Sight 5K, coming up this Saturday. Mike, appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
Thank you, sir. Hope you have a good day, Joe.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
That's Mike Sanford with the Lions Club. They do a great job. They do all kinds of different events and activities and help out, certainly where they can, and they're known for. I think they're known for like getting eyeglasses for kids, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
I think
that
that's
their
what
thing?
he said. Yeah.
And what's called the Run for Sight 5K. I thought he'd mentioned that, but he'd mentioned a bunch of other stuff they do too, so it kind of got lost in the fold there.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they're known for is helping kids get eyeglasses.
Because when I was living out west, I ran in the Beta Breaker.
Okay.
That's from the Bay Bridge to the ocean.
All right.
And it's Haight Street Hill.
I was gonna say, if you're in San Fran, there ain't a flat piece of ground in that city.
Like so, for the first 2 or 3 miles, it's flat because you're kind of running through town. But then
how long was this race? The first 2 or 3 miles?
Well, it's like a 7-mile run.
The first 3 miles is flat, but the last 4, goodness, it'll run your legs off.
Like so, you go up the hill, Haight Street Hill. And it takes forever, because now the crowd is coming back to you,
right?
Because everybody's slowing down, and then once you get past that, on top of the hill, then it flattens out again, and it takes you all the way to the bay.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was murder.
Well, James, you got a race waiting for you on Saturday. Be a little bit flatter than what'd you call it? The Bay Breaker?
Beta Breaker?
The Beta Breaker.
Yeah.
The Pioneer Days Run for Sight 5K, James. They even took the hill out to make it flatter.
Wow.
Love it. All right, James is on here to give us a gardening tip, but no segment with James is official till we hear this song.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Grow our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
All right, James. What's going on with James in the garden today?
Oh, let's see here. Just trying to do, some cleanup because, over the next couple of days, temperature's going up. It's not slowing down anytime soon.
95 on Sunday.
You see what I'm saying?
93 Saturday, 95 Sunday, sunny, but hot and clear skies and roasting us.
So I'm just trying to do some catch up. That way I can kind of slow down, over the weekend. Because Saturday I'll be doing my show for Pioneer Days.
Okay.
I'll be over there, doing my half-hour show, talking about gardening and answering questions for folks and seeing what they like to do. And a lot of times, over the years, I've done people that come up and ask me all kinds of questions about gardening. And like I tell them, I don't know everything. I wished I did. But the great part about it, being part of the Danville Garden Club, I've got access to them. I can ask them questions. And get answers, so this way I can get back to who ask me a question, or I can talk about it on my show on Saturdays. But, like I said, but now just trying to get all the weeds that I can out, because like I said, because once it rains, here in the next day or two, the weeds are coming back before you know it, because I had put weeds at one place, and when I went back, it looked like I hadn't been there for 2 weeks.
So it's a weekly activity now.
Yes.
Find about 30 minutes, or however you find it. It's about 30 minutes in one day of the week. Saturday afternoon seems to be okay for me. Start picking weeds.
Yeah.
And then I'll just throw in the yard, make sure I do it before I mow.
Right.
And then I go back and mow, and you never knew there were a bunch of weeds in my yard.
And that's the idea. It's just trying to stay caught up is the idea.
Exactly, yeah. You don't want to get too far behind the weeds.
Yeah, because now instead of it taking you half hour, 45 minutes, now it takes you 2 or 3 hours to do the same bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tell folks, try to stay ahead of it, because the heat isn't going to help you at all. And like I said, just a little bit of rain will make those weeds grow at least an inch or two. You'll be like, wow, that weed wasn't there the other day, but now it's standing tall and waving at you. So just try to stay caught up, as much as you can, because the dog days of summer, they're rolling in, and they're not giving nobody a break.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on the show at this time.
Yep.
All right, James, I don't know where Dusty is. I hope he's coming, because we have Oreo Taste Test Tuesday. Now, I had, James, if you remember last week, Dusty couldn't be in last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I had chocolate-covered pretzel Oreos.
I see.
That we have not tried.
Right.
And we're like, all right, we'll do that next Tuesday when Dusty comes in.
Right.
But Super Dave is here today. Yep. And Super Dave came in and said, I've had the chocolate-covered pretzel Oreos. And I said, well, that's fine, because yesterday I was at Walmart, and I knew this flavor was coming out because I talked about it in Grub Gab like last week, our food segment. And I saw them, and so I bought them, and so I said, we'll say chocolate-covered pretzel in Super Dave for, like, next week, since you've already had them. You can have a special vote, but why would you want to vote when we've already had? We want your reaction in real time. What do you think of an Oreo you haven't had? And so I bought apple pie a la mode flavored Oreos.
I've heard of that one.
I am holding up the camera right now on the live stream.
Apple pie.
This is one of those limited edition flavors, which I think now we put the limited edition flavors in, like, the yellow packages. Let you know.
Yeah, which one it is.
Caution, buy it now. This ain't going to be around long time. It is apple pie and vanilla-flavored cream. The cookies are just the golden Oreo cookies. The cream, so it tastes like apple pie and vanilla. So it's apple pie a la mode. So it's a piece of apple pie with vanilla ice cream on top of it, and that's what they're trying to mimic, right, James? This Oreo. So we're going to have apple pie a la mode Oreos on a Taste Test Tuesday today.
Sounds good.
And then next Tuesday, we'll go back and circle around and get the chocolate-covered pretzels, okay?
I mean, I like the sound of that apple pie.
We can't. Dusty's not here yet, so I don't know, Jane. Hopefully you don't have to rush off too soon.
I'll hang around for apple pie.
Okay, maybe if it was an apple pie Oreo.
Right.
So if you all were sampling like broccoli Oreos, I don't know if I've got the time.
I'll probably just keep right on.
But apple pie a la mode, maybe hang around a bit longer.
I got another 5 to 10 minutes for that.
So we'll let Dusty gets in, and we'll do an apple pie a la mode Taste Test Tuesday here on the show. It's 71 degrees here in Danville on this Tuesday, August 12th.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 70 6 years in the bluegrass. We are Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Don't miss our 76th anniversary season Under the Stars. Check out our brand new 75 Years Under the Stars exhibit, Good Rockin' Tonight. Elvis Presley and his rockabilly queen, Wanda Jackson, August 14th, 15th, and 16th. Dinner 7 p.m. and show at 8 p.m. That's an earlier start time. Join us for a night of celebrating Elvis and the vibrant music he made with Wanda Jackson, the undisputed queen of rockabilly. This is a musical extravaganza you won't want to miss. 2 Elvises, 1 Wanda, live music by Kelly Caldwell and Kashmir. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road in Danville, Kentucky. 859-236-2747 or go to pioneerplayhouse.com for tickets. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
9 o'clock in the morning, 3 hours in, 1 hour to go. A Taste Test Tuesday is coming your way next on The Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX. It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says Ukraine's leader will not take part in his summit with Russia's President Vladimir Putin. More from Mark Mayfield.
Trump says he's unsure where Putin stands.
I believe he wants to get it over with. Now, I've said that a few times, and I've been disappointed because I'd have like a great call with him, and then missiles would be lobbed into Kiev or some other place.
Trump says he's going to call Ukrainian President Zelensky and other European leaders after he talks with Putin and possibly set up a meeting with Ukraine's leader. Trump says he doesn't anticipate a deal to end the Ukraine-Russia war after meeting Putin, but then he added he'll either tell both sides there's going to be a deal or they can keep fighting. Trump called his sit-down with Putin a feel-out meeting.
President Trump's order to federalize the police and use National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. could end sometime next month. Alice Barr reports Trump's emergency authority under the D.C. Home Rule Act will expire in 30 days unless Congress approves an extension.
The president has direct control over the D.C. National Guard. Still, the move represents another step in testing the boundaries of how U.S. troops can be used in American territory. And the D.C. City Council is accusing the White House of a manufactured intrusion on local authority.
Trump plans to ask Republican lawmakers to make changes to Washington, D.C. laws, including the elimination of cashless bail. During a news conference yesterday, the president said the move might also be used as a model for the takeover of other U.S. cities, specifically mentioning Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Baltimore, and Oakland. The Los Angeles Unified School District is planning to set up safe zones to keep students safe from immigration raids. This comes with the new school year starting on Thursday. Mayor Karen Bass also says neither the LAPD nor school police will be sharing information with federal agencies. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-859-5500. 800-859-5500. Again, that's 800-859-5500.
President Trump is extending a tariff truce with China. Ira Spitzer reports Trump has signed an executive order keeping tariffs at current levels for another 90 days and setting the stage for additional negotiations.
The tariff truce between Washington and Beijing was due to expire at midnight, which would have triggered triple-digit duties on goods moving in both directions. Instead, President Trump extended the lower tariffs, keeping U.S. duties on Chinese imports at about 30%.
Pre-existing tariffs bring the actual figure to 55% for most Chinese goods. China's base tariff on American goods will hold at 10%. The U.S. is asking Beijing for a commitment to boost exports of rare earth minerals to the U.S. L.A. Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani and his agent are accused of sabotaging a $240 million luxury housing development project on Hawaii's Big Island. More from Daniel Martindale.
A lawsuit recently filed in Hawaii Circuit Court names Ohtani and his agent Nez Balelo. The lawsuit was filed by real estate developer Kevin Hayes and real estate broker Tomoko Matsumoto. They claim Ohtani got them fired from working on the development on the Hapuna coast, a development the pair had brought him in to endorse. The lawsuit also claims Balelo increasingly demanded concessions from Hayes and Matsumoto before demanding their business partner ultimately drop them from the deal.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have a new film and TV deal with Netflix.
I'm going to share some little tips and tricks. I see what color I gravitate to, and everything goes from there.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex just finished up a 5-year, $100 million deal with a streaming service and have collaborated on several projects, including Markle's lifestyle series, With Love, Meghan. On deck is a new season of With Love and a Christmas special.
Let's go.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The war between Russia and Ukraine, this is entirely a war that started on Joe Biden's watch. If you remember when Putin was amassing troops along the Ukrainian border, but Putin is amassing military troops and military hardware all along all along the border with Ukraine, and Joe Biden never picked up the phone and called Vladimir Putin and said, "What are you doing?" Joe said two things just before the invasion. Well, what words do you have for Putin? Don't. Remember, don't. Kamala Harris repeated, don't.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, if you're with Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, you are overpaying for wireless, period, end of sentence. You're paying for thousands of retail stores that you're never going to go to. You're paying for unnecessary perks that you'll never use. But guess what? My cell phone provider, Pure Talk, they use the same 5G network, the same cell towers. The only difference? They don't charge you for any of the garbage. Instead, Pure Talk will give you unlimited talk, unlimited text, plenty of data, $25 a month. That's real money in your pocket for the exact same service. And guess what? You can keep your phone and your phone number. The switch is simple, fast, easy. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. And you can be switched over in mere minutes. Pound 250, keyword save now. Make the switch to my cell phone provider, a veteran-owned company, Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Well, most area schools go back this week. That includes Boyle, Danville, Mercer, and Garrett County, who all return back tomorrow. Some students are already back today at Garrett County. Garrett County Schools uses this day as what's called a transition day, a day to get students acclimated to their new buildings without the hustle and bustle of other students being there. It's designed for kindergartners, 6th graders, and 9th graders for a special full day. The rest of Garrett students will return back to school tomorrow. Speaking of Mercer County schools, Sheriff Ernie Kelty is reminding Mercer County drivers to be patient as school starts back tomorrow. He said the school traffic pattern will remain the same, and that the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit will be strictly enforced. There are also no left turns where deputies are stationed. Kelty goes on to say that if everyone follows the traffic pattern, then traffic will be smoother, safer, and quicker. Staying in Harrodsburg, Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission has approved a storage building to be built. The Harrodsburg Herald's reported that the Joint Commission approved a site plan amendment for a storage building to be constructed at 630 Cornishville Street. That storage building would be more than 6,600 square feet. The weekend of August 22nd through 24th is going to end up being a big one in this area. First, on Friday, August 22nd, high school football kicks off as Danville plays Fort Knox at home, and Garrett County plays North Bullitt in Lincoln County that evening. The next day, on August 23rd, Boyle County takes on Bullitt East in Bowling Green, and Mercer County takes on Tates Creek in Harrodsburg. Then on Sunday, August 24th, hot air balloons return to Central Kentucky with a Balloons Over the Bluegrass event. That event will feature hot air balloons filling up the sky at the Danville-Boyle County Airport, with the event this year honoring first responders. Property from Lancaster City Hall will now be auctioned online. The Garrett Central Record reports that the Lancaster City Council approved an online auction for items that didn't receive any bids during a public auction. The decision now allows the city to attempt to sell that property through an online auction as a way to dispose of the property that they no longer need. No date yet has been set for that online auction. And we're 2 days away from the return of Pioneer Days. The annual festival in Harrodsburg will start Thursday and go through Sunday. It'll feature many of the same events and activities you know and love, but also a handful of new ones. New events include the Disney Princess and Villains Night on Thursday, a baby show Thursday night as well, and familiar events like live music, wrestling, and food eating contests. It's next week, Thursday through Sunday, at the Old Fort Harrod State Park. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
All righty there, Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunny and 90 is the high. 71 is the low tonight. Chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 88 your high. Chance of rain showers as we head back to school at Danville and Boyle County tomorrow. Mercer County, Garrett County as well tomorrow. Thursday, sunny and 88. Friday, sunny and 91. James mentioned going to get hot again. It's not going to cool down much over the next couple days, but it's going to stay hot, I guess. Sunny and 93 Saturday, 95 on Sunday. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning, and we have got in studio Dusty.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people.
James, Super Dave, and me. There's 4 people in studio.
I think there's only one thing that can bring us all together like this.
What's that?
Oreos.
I explained the story last segment. Dusty, did you hear it?
No.
Why were you not listening?
I was getting my tray and taking care of problems at home.
Chocolate-covered pretzel Oreos to put in the back burner till next week because Super Dave has tried those. I want to make sure Super Dave tries one he has not tried.
Okay.
So that we can... Who's this calling in? We got somebody calling in. Do you think this is a real person or a scam call?
I don't know. Come on, it'll be fun.
Let's see. Good morning, you're on the Joe Show.
Spam.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Good morning, you're on the Joe Show. Hello?
My bad, but your number was marked as callback. That's why I rang you. I'm calling about the benefits for the newly updated Medicare plans this year under simple criteria for qualification. Do you have Medicare Part A and B?
I do not.
Sorry, but you don't seem to qualify for the plans that we
Well,
have.
then why did you call me?
That's a shame. I've got Medicare through Z. I've got all the, I've got all plans. So they hung up on us?
Well, that's a spam call.
Why do they think that we don't qualify for it? They don't think we sound old?
Because they registered no, and then it was like it's just an automated process.
It shuts down if you say no.
Oh, you say no?
Yeah, I said no. We don't have it right now.
Yeah, I thought they would want us to get it. Like the answer would
no,
be
I
no.
think it's it's like they want you to adjust because of what's coming.
Let's already have it.
Yes, and then they need to let you know what's coming down.
We have Clark Hanna for that.
Yeah.
We have Clark Hanna for that. We don't trust.
Just make the phone call.
C. Uzinski is what the caller ID said.
Ooh, okay. Well,
I'm sure they're using
the spoof
to be able to use someone else's number.
Yeah,
C. Uzinski.
That was a problem.
All right, apple pie a la mode.
Ooh, what? Wait, you have ice cream with it?
No, it's supposed to taste like ice cream and apple pie.
It's supposed to.
It is
Is it cold?
It's apple pie and vanilla flavored cream.
Okay.
So it's a piece of apple pie with no ice cream on it. I guarantee you, when we open this up, we are going to say, this smells like a candle. How many times have we said that with every unique Oreo flavor? This smells like a candle.
I mean, some of them smell bad. Some of them smell good. That's a lot of cream. I can see the cream from here.
It definitely has an apple smell to it. All right,
What, is there like stuff in there?
Yeah, cream.
Oh.
It's cream and some cookies. It's apple pie and vanilla flavored cream. Again, I told James I think that Oreo puts those limited edition flavors in the yellow packaging now with the picture eye. Like, you better buy this now. Limited time only. Apple pie a la mode.
It does smell like a bed. Was it bed? Not Bed Bath Beyond. Was it Bath and Body Works?
Bath and Body Works candle?
No, like
lotion.
the lotion. Yeah. I can totally smell this.
Somebody go for it. I don't want us all eat at the same time or we can't talk. We all have a mouthful of Oreos and no one can talk.
I like it.
All right, James, pull the microphone up to James's face and see him the first spot. Go ahead, James.
This is tasty, and I'm gonna have to go buy me a pack. I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Yum.
I don't know if I like very much the apple flavor of the cream.
Well, it's a very.
It's
there. It's present. But it's that artificial apple, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's almost like if you buy a inexpensive apple pie that like comes wrapped in like its own individual wrapper, right? Where it has like that nice all those preservatives and stuff in it, versus like your classic Southern Baptist potluck apple pie, where it's like someone like labored all night cutting those apples and peeling them. It doesn't taste like that. It tastes very much that kind of artificial feel to it. It's not terrible, but it's just a I don't know.
All right, Super, what about you? You've been quiet over there.
I was enjoying the cookie.
Okay, what do you think?
I'm going with James on this one. 7.
7.0 right now.
What's up? Do you have our rankings? And since you're the only one that can interpret that,
I'm having trouble now. I need to study up on hieroglyphics more. 7 would tie it with strawberry frosted donut.
Okay, that was like the Homer Simpson one, right?
That was the Homer Simpson one,
which was good.
And also Oreo Snowball. The Oreo Snowball was like a little like like a little Debbie cake type thing. It had the coconut, I think, on the outside of it. The snowball, Hostess maybe.
Yeah.
So 7.0, but there's a cookies would tie it with strawberry frosted donut.
I like them. I mean, it's around there. It's not bad. Like I'm probably getting another one, so that's always a good sign.
All right.
Like to eat more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I could totally see it. Like if you put this in a blizzard, I think that would be very good. So I don't know if Oreos has apple fly. Apple fly. Yeah.
Apple fly.
You got to do one of those fruit dances whenever you order it. If you got to order the apple fly.
What do you think, Dusty?
I'm thinking like a 5.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not my favorite, and it's not. I don't know because I remember frosted donut, but I don't know if I'm going to remember this apple pie. I think it's just it's still good, and I'm probably like I said, I'm probably going to get another one, but it doesn't. It has that artificial kind of flavor to it.
It's pretty appley, artificially appley.
Right. Yeah.
By the way, 5.8. You said birthday cake Oreo.
Oh yeah, because I'm not a fan of birthday cake. So.
Oreo thins. Oreo mint.
Well, you take the mint. That's you're like I don't want toothpaste in my cookie.
Now this is gross. By the way, the carrot cake Oreo is at 5.5, and to me, carrot cake and apple pie. I mean, it's both kind of this. I think I might actually agree with Dusty. I think like 5.8 is where I'm going to go.
And again, it's like there's no. I wish it had a little more cinnamon to it, but because I don't know if I'm the weird one, but I think I relate some cinnamon to apple pie.
Well, I think I could go buy another one and be happy.
All right, I mean, if you like it that much, then like you should give it a 7.0. If you're like, hey, I'm going to go buy another package. I would not want that over, say, like a double stuff or something. So
yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
6.4 is the average, by the way. 6.4.
You know, if I went to the store and bought like the other one. If I went to the store and bought the other one, I'd have a hard time kind of choosing because me and Oreos get along real well.
You like them. Real good friends.
Yeah.
All right, 6.4 is the score right on the nose. It ties it with caramel coconut Oreo.
Okay.
So I think that's probably a good spot for it. Caramel coconut, the first one that we did, I think, ever.
And it was also one that did smell a lot like a candle.
Yeah. Also, gluten-free Oreos and salted caramel brownie Oreos. Okay. Also at 6.4. So I think that's a pretty good spot for the apple pie a la mode. There you go. The official rating is in. 6.4 is what it comes down to.
I don't think I'm getting any of the a la mode.
It is very much apple-y more than vanilla-y.
I love apple flavor, though.
I gotta go.
All right, see, James. Dusty, the world of music. We got going into music this week. I never got who we're supposed to be playing here. I was too wrapped up in the... Go ahead.
Well, what I wanted to tell you about is I had a lot of drive time. I had to go to Prestonsburg on Sunday.
Sheesh, that's 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
I've been there to call a football game before.
Okay, yeah, it was a haul, and there's not an easy way. You got to go. Like, I went up to Lexington, then like back to Winchester, and past Mount Sterling, and then like you turn and you just take that Mountain Parkway all the way to where you need to go. But I had a lot of time to listen to things. And one of the unfortunate things I listened to, and I wanted to get your take on it. Do you know what people in the loop, what that refers to as? What?
We got a mouthful of words.
Okay.
Well, people in the loop are people who like know the background information of like what's going on.
Okay, so
information other people don't know about things while they're in the loop.
So do you know how to train an AI?
No.
Okay, so what happens is that
we got to write scripts for them.
Well, you write a prompt. But how does that prompt, like whenever you get introduced, if you say, hey, I would like a picture of a poodle, right? So how does the AI know what a poodle is? You have to train it.
I thought it would just know.
No. So it has to be trained.
So you have to describe a poodle.
Correct.
AI, okay.
So what these people are called people in the loop, and they're located in 60 Minutes, I think is what I was listening to, because there's an audio version of 60 Minutes. And yes, I know I'm embracing my old manness by listening to a 60 Minutes podcast. So what happens, though, is that, for instance, in Africa, I think they're, I forgot which country now, but what happens is that there are these giant data centers, right? Because unemployment in this country was like at 82%. Okay, so they go there, they open up this data center, and what they do is they just get fed like just stuff, and they have to label it for all these AIs, and they use like third-party hiring, right?
Yeah.
So it's not tied to anybody, right? Okay. So it's just like, oh, I'm working on this AI. I don't know if I'm working on Metas or X's or whatever. No, you sit there and you have to identify all this stuff and label it. So a picture comes up. And it's a dog, it's a poodle. So you have to put dog, poodle, like white hair and all that. And then that is how they are training AIs. Okay. They do this en masse, right?
All right.
With an average pay of like $2.80.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the awful thing about it is that think of all the images that are across the internet and what you have to read and describe and all that.
Yeah.
And so if you just take all the internet and it's not just, I get to describe birthday cakes every day, like, oh, that would be all right. No, it's not that at all. Right? And so now it's just like this weird, like, behind the scenes look of like how this stuff happens. Because like you said, usually you're just like, oh, I just thought the AI would know.
But someone has sometime
you have to train it. Yes, exactly. And so by doing that, you have to describe it. So it's just like, if they see a book, you have to be like, okay, well, this book is by this author and it has these common things in it. It's like sci-fi. They have to label it everything. And so, but if you think about all the internet, all the dark side of the internet, and you have to stare at those pictures for 16 hours a day, like that's unthinkable.
Yeah.
Like,
so is it like having a mental toll on these people?
Yes. Yeah. People are like super depressed. Like they're not like it's not a good thing.
And you're getting paid $2.80 an hour.
Right.
Because it's legal.
Because it's in another country.
Okay. All right.
Yes, it's not America.
Well, I think you mentioned that it was in
America. Yeah.
280 can't. That's not legal here. But,
no, but it's like one of these things where it's just like you don't really think about it. We're just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, we're just using AI as a tool.
Exactly.
And it's like we go buy shoes. We just buy the shoes. We don't think
where does it come from?
What sweatshop in what country? What child made the shoe?
Right. Or your phone, for instance. Right. Yeah. And so it's just another one of those like exploitations. And so what also found fascinating was that the president of that country. I can't remember the country now. Of course, I'm just having a brain fart around here. But the president is like has to bring in 1 million jobs. Or by the next election, they just vote out.
And so this is one way he's bringing 1 million jobs.
Yeah, he's saying to these tech companies, hey, come in here, invest in these data centers.
You can pay us pennies on the dollar, but we're getting the jobs I promised.
Right.
And it's taking a mental toll and mental anguish on a country's residents.
And you're like, well, they don't have to do the job, right? But if your country is at 82% unemployment, what other jobs are out there, right? You're just happy to get something. And so now they're just told, like, they're trying to, form a union and have, the rights to the laborers, so that way they can, like, not see and be involved in some stuff if they don't want to.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of these like battles now, because if you decide to do that, then what the tech companies are doing is that it's just cheaper to build another data center somewhere else and just pay those people like even less. Exactly. And so it's just like, well, what do we do as a society about this? Is kind of just a fascinating topic and look at stuff. So next time you use AI, just remember there's people in the loop.
Well, I mean, there and even like aside from that, there were people who were saying using AI was bad for the environment.
Oh, yeah,
every search that you do takes like one bottle of water to cool the servers or whatever. Right? And so they're going to make you feel guilty about using AI one way or the other. It's bad for the environment, it's bad for people.
It's coming no matter what we do. So because there's no, that's the it's like the Wild West with AI. Because just this like runaway, there's no guardrails for anything on it. It's just like you just do what you want when you want, and the AI. There was a nice podcast where a guy asked AI how it would take over
Oh, really?
And I think it was like ChatGPT, and it said that it wouldn't be like what you see in the movies, right? It would just be so subtle that he would, like the AI like describe this whole plan where it's like we would just subtly integrate into everything. Where you ask us like how do we do this, how do we do that, and then we just integrate into society, and then before you know it, we're like the AI is the one posting all the like enraging posts for the algorithms, and it's slowly just pushing the needle where it wants to go. And by the end of it, you're not asking it to take over; you just accept it.
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like Google, has taken over in a way to where, like, we don't know anything unless we Google it. How many times on the show, you're like, who sings that song?
I'll just Google it.
I don't know. We got a machine in front of me that can tell me the answer. Okay, let's just Google it.
Just Google it.
Yeah,
right.
So, and then Google has AI now. If you
Yeah,
Google whatever, it gives you an AI
cool.
overview of the answer of what you're looking for.
Yep.
I Googled yesterday, when does Garrett County start schools? I thought for some reason Garrett started on Thursday.
Okay.
AI overview said Garrett County school starts Wednesday, but they have what's called a transition day on Tuesday. Like, what in the world are you talking about? So I went and clicked on the Garrett County website. They have a transition day today. I mean, like AI overview new. So it's for kids who like go into a new school. So kindergartners in school, 6th graders are in a new school, 9th graders are in a new school. So just those students come in for one day, a full day of school.
Really?
And they like get like
Yeah.
they get used to it without all the other students there doing their thing, like all the noise and all the distractions.
So
Yeah.
what do you, now I'm wondering, what do you teach on that day?
Yeah, no, it's just like
here's all the new kids. You guys get a group of
yeah,
kids to know each other.
I need
Right?
someone from Garrett County to answer. I don't know what they're learning. If it's just like going over orientation stuff, or
I like
your
that
class schedule,
idea
or whatever.
of transition day. That's smart because it's like you don't have that, like you're relieving some of that pressure of the first day because it's just like, oh well, now I know where this class is located.
And you're with your group of students that are also just as lost as you are.
Correct.
So like you can all be lost together as you find your class.
You're just wandering around the halls, right?
What do we got going on in music, Dusty?
Anyway, if you want to get a little happier and not think about the coming destruction things, you can log on and or log off and go see some music. This Wednesday is going to feature Paul Childers at Castle and Key. Paul Childers has been playing around here, and but he will be at Castle and Key Distillery there in Frankfort, Kentucky, known for their gin. So you can go check them out. Ragged Union will be at Red Barn Radio tomorrow. They are an excellent bluegrass band. Let's see. Ben Isaacs, Bradley Walker, Brothers of Heart, Mike Rogers will all be at Renfrew Valley in Mount Vernon.
Rogers is the Boyle County EMS director.
You think he's going to be there?
I don't think it's the same Mike Rogers, but he is the Boyle County EMS director. Maybe
he moonlights. Yeah,
like in Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah,
Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
He's like the saxophone player.
Oh,
Silver Fox.
Yeah.
That's what Mike Rogers is doing.
You think he has like a banjo and he just shows up places?
Mike may be listening to the show this morning. I bet Mike is side digging as a bluegrass banjo player.
Well, he's got a pretty good gig on Wednesday. We need to check the schedule. Ask AI if Mike Rogers is on
Google.
Wednesday.
Is Mike Rogers off on Wednesday?
Yeah. Thursday night, you can go check out Sunset Reggae at the Cellar Barn Grill. Dylan West will be at Long Branch Saloon. Jason, C-R-A-B-B, Crab?
Yeah, Crab.
Okay, we'll be at Open Arms Community Church in Lebanon.
Nice.
If you want to go check it out. Molly Tull will be at the Pearl on Thursday. Let's see, Paige King Jansen will be at Whiskey Thief Distillery on Friday. Rags and Riches will be at Beaver Sales Downtown Market Entertainment District. Rags and Riches, excellent group if you want to go check them out. But also at the Versailles Market, I installed that sound system down there. So you can go check it out. It will sound good as long as the person who runs it knows what they're doing. That's that little caveat. You can have all the messages in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, then it doesn't know good.
Didn't work.
So just keep that in mind while you're listening to them, that like, wow, these speakers are really loud. This sounds awful. And it's just like, well, I'm not running the show. But they work. And so hopefully it all works out for them. If not, I'm sure I'll be getting a call. Let's see. You got Justin Gabino will be at Mono's Coffee and Crackers in Nicholasville, Kentucky. That is on Friday. Let's see, what else? We got Craig Morgan will be at River Valley Friday, and Brother Smith will be at Chevy Chase Inn both Friday and Saturday. I think they're about to go on tour. I saw where they are trying to raise some capital to fix some things. So I'm sure that the Chevy Chase Inn has stepped in and said, hey, come play here and you can earn something as well.
Okay.
But they're going to be playing there Friday and Saturday. Brother Smith, always fun. You got Emma Hansen will be at Stagger Inn. I think it's always a great name. I've just never been there. Stagger Inn.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a fun name.
That's a good name.
And that's in Lexington, Kentucky. And the person that we are previewing today is Hello June. Well, I should say the band, because it's a whole band. It's called Hello June. They're going to be playing at Green Lantern. And I picked the song Sometimes because it's a nice, easy indie rock song that basically describes, like your first day of school or like this week, I guess.
Sometimes. Yes. Hello June at the Green Lantern.
This Friday.
Sometimes you want to cry, sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you'll settle for a drive. Sometimes it'll seem like all you do is fall down, skinny knees, pay the bills, and cause trouble. Sometimes they'll break your heart.
There it is, Hello June, and sometimes.
Yeah, that's it's nice, easy listening, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a nice chill mood. And so most of her songs has kind of that same vein. There's a little, there's more dynamics in it where it's just like they do get rowdy at some point, but it just seems like it would be nice just to take an easy week this week, right? Even though it's going to be rough, but just, maybe just kind of chill out a little bit at some points. Because, you got the starter schools coming up, so you got all that. I know we're starting soccer this week.
Oh, yeah, football starts. Flag football starts today. Jack's
Flag
first
football, yeah.
Flag football
Good.
practices today, yep.
Good.
He'll be one of the older kids this year, second grade, right? It's first and second grade, so he'll be in the second grade.
What's he looking to be? Wide receiver?
He wants to be a wide receiver, I think, or running back. I don't know.
Running back?
We played football in the backyard, and he juked me so bad in a game last week. We played at like 10 or whatever, two-hand touch. Then I turned my ankle and fell down.
I was about to say, did you break an ankle?
I mean, like, you know how the kids say I broke your ankle?
Right, yeah.
Not literally meaning that. It just means like they made you trip and fall. He did that.
He did that?
He broke my ankle. I fell down, and it could have been a lot worse. Like when you turn your ankle, if you go full weight on it.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah.
I'm not letting go full weight on it, but it hurt a little bit.
You didn't have any
swollen or
You didn't have any cleats on, so that way you could plant and maneuver. Yeah, that's it.
He wouldn't have got me if I had cleats on.
That's right. I think that's a disadvantage. I think the running back stuff, you need a lot of spin moves, right, for flag football?
Yeah, jukes and stuff like that.
Yeah, because if you spin around, you can they can.
But you can't unless you're good stiff arm. Now, some flag football leagues do not allow you to stiff arm, which is called flag guarding. Because like the whole point of the defender is to grab your flag to get you down, so you can't like smack the defender off of you as he goes to grab the flag.
We can't like smack their hands away.
Yes,
or something like that? Well, you just naturally guard your flag.
But like in football, the point of the defender is to tackle you, but you want to be tackled so you can stiff arm them off of you.
Yeah, but I think it's easier to do that with flag football because you really just got to block hands, not a whole,
but
not a whole person.
They should be last year. The stiff arms going on last year, they were flying all over the place.
That sounds wonderful.
We've got a Tuesday step coming up here, Dusty. Thanks for being on again.
No problem, Joe.
6.4 is the official rating
for Apple Pie.
For Apple Pie a la mode. All right, 9:36 in the morning, and we are back right after this on a Tuesday with Steph here on the show. WHIR Danville News on Sports.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Put your tummy in your tank at Papa's Quick Stop number 17, where convenience meets quality. Nestled on North Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass Truck Stop's now under new ownership and management, offering a fresh take for truck drivers and travelers. From juicy and crispy broaster chicken to delicious mouth-watering Hunt's Brothers Pizza, available 24/7. Simply call 859-209-2400 for a speedy pickup. Premium quality diesels available for one truck or a fleet of trucks. Let Papa's Quick Stop be your perfect travel companion. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, North Stewart's Lane looks forward to serving you.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smokin' Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business. So come on down to Smokin' Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
Get off on the right foot at Danville Bike and Footwear, where you'll find walking, running, and trail shoes from Brooks, Saucony, and Asics, along with a wide selection of insoles for maximum comfort. Danville Bike and Footwear features Garmin watches with advanced wellness features that track all the ways you move, from running, cycling, swimming, to Pilates, high-intensity workouts, and more. Make your way into Danville Bike and Footwear, 417 West Main Street in beautiful downtown Danville, a place where adventure and comfort ride together.
Attention Boyle County residents, it's time to get rid of your hazardous household waste. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling is holding a hazardous household waste free drop-off event Saturday, August 23rd. There'll be free disposal of antifreeze, fluorescent tubes, pesticides, drain cleaners, sealants, oil, paint thinner, and more. Get free lunch too with the Hometown Radio Pepsi Cookout. Get your home cleaned up safely and responsibly. Bring your hazardous waste to the Boyle County Recycling Center on the bypass near the railroad tracks Saturday, August 23rd, 8:30 to 1.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Sunshine, a high of 90. Low tonight, 71. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 88. Thursday, partly sunny and 88 your high. It's 9:39, now 9:40 in the morning. We are 24 hours away from the kids being back in school. And we welcome onto the show, Ann Yeager.
Woohoo! Tomorrow's my favorite day.
Tuesday with Stiff. Tuesdays are my favorite day, personally, because it's a Tuesday with Stiff.
Following is a paid program. You're so sweet.
Jim Parman makes it official, but no, kids are back in school. And
I love it when school starts.
Welcomes the kids.
Thank you to all the teachers, staff, bus drivers, janitors, lunch ladies, cafeteria staff, who else? The helpers, the office people.
The librarians.
The principals,
the
administration, counselors, everybody who's been working for weeks on end to get school ready and raring to go, the transportation coordinators.
Amen.
God love you all so much.
They are
taking our children.
Yeah, they're your problem now.
You're the best.
Starting tomorrow, they're your problem.
they're all. That's what kills me when people are like, I don't know how you do your job, and I'm like, I love my job.
Yeah,
you know what I couldn't do? I couldn't do that.
I couldn't be with the kids all day.
I could not do a room full of children. Yeah. My own that I can't threaten everything all day long. So God love you all who work in the school systems for taking our children. You're the heroes.
We love it. All right, Stiff Funeral Home joins us this morning here.
Now that we've given our ode to schools.
Yeah, what's going on
you
with
talk about funerals?
What's going on with
Talk about death? No, it is funny because that actually did come up last night invitation. One of the family that I was working with, one of them looked at me and said, I don't know how you do what you do. And I was like, I don't know how teachers do what they do, so we're kind of even there.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think that's the way, like, for people who, I've had people say to me before, how do you do it? How do you
get on and talk every day?
for 4 hours? I'm like, well, it's not that in-depth, but people who or maybe would feel uncomfortable in the job that you're doing, whatever your job is,
Right.
say, I don't know how you do it. I mean, Rebecca is a social worker for a Dallas clinic. I don't know how she does it. She's a social worker for a hospital at one point.
Right.
She heard that a lot. I don't know how you do it. Well, we love what you do. You do what you love.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. You like it a lot more the more you do it. It's
Yeah.
easier for you, but I think that's the way it is for whatever field that you're in. If people understand your job, how do you do it? Well, you do what you love.
Yeah. I actually love being a funeral director. I'm happy to. I'm not happy people die, but I'm happy to work with the families that I work with. That makes me happy to work with them and try to help them through that situation. So it's never that I want people to die. Just that, to me, is a big part of life. Every day babies are born and people die. That's the big circle of life. So that's going to happen regardless. If I can make the worst better, then I feel like I have accomplished something. So, I'm with you. It is funny. Because people also say to me that they can't come to the radio once a week. Like, what do you talk about? Like, oh, it's smorgasbord. Never.
Sometimes we don't even.
Like, some don't have a plan. And we get completely sideways.
Yeah, we got a handful of comments and we pull out.
And then other days, we end up talking about random things like school and why with our dogs.
And how's the funeral home you all got spruced up a little bit?
Oh, we had a week with no funerals, and it's kind of funny because I have to take those opportunities because you don't realize that just even because then we have coming. Well, on a busy week, we could have 1,000 people through our funeral home in a week. I mean, people think about the number of people that come through when we have visitations. If we have 2 or 3 visitations in a week, we can have 1,000 people walk through the door in a week. And that's a lot of wear and tear on things. So a week that we didn't have any scheduled, and thank goodness he's my brother-in-law. And I called him and I was like, "Hey, can you come do this stuff? I have a laundry list of things that need to be, repainting our railings and touching up the front porch and doing all of those kinds of things." It's been blue for a while.
It's blue, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be quite that bright of blue, but
I think it looks good.
We painted it. I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, they spruced up all the trim, fixed a couple of our columns, repainted.
Yeah, I never thought of how, like, if you have a visitation, a funeral, a visitation on a Tuesday, funeral on a Wednesday, whatever it may be, and then maybe you have someone else die, and then you go and at what point do you not have people in the funeral home? So when you do, you got to take advantage of doing the basic upkeep of your building, of your business, and things look good.
Washing windows and and all that kind of maintenance stuff. Somebody else told me that. They were like, until you put that post up, I didn't think about the fact that, I was like, yeah, you didn't think about how many hands touch those railings, they have to be painted, and they have to be all the things. So that's what we did. Was it last week or week before last? That we had 1 week where we didn't have any funerals in the building, and so we took advantage of it to get good weather to do some regular maintenance. It is those kind of things. Like, also, was trying to get all the cars washed and maintenance done on all of those, and so it felt like we were all going in different directions because we were trying to get all those as much accomplished as we could in that short amount of time, but now we're getting ready for school, and we've had funerals this week, so thank goodness I got it done last week.
Here's a question for you, Ann Yeager.
Okay.
This is a good, like, sometimes our Ask Funeral Director questions can be more specific, like people are asking, what would you do in the situation? So let me ask you this, more of a generic question.
Okay.
And I think that your funeral home certainly fits the bill. This person says, what are some signs of an awesome funeral home? So I think the funeral home is an awesome funeral home. I don't know if awesome is typically an adjective used to describe funeral homes, but what would you think, what do you all do that you think makes you all awesome or stand out of everybody else and competitors and things of that nature? What do you all do that makes you awesome?
That's how we work with our family. We just put more into it. So I hired someone new. I hired Jared Howard, and you all will meet him. I'm going to bring him in one morning. But he was so funny about the first month and a half he worked with us. He just looked at me one day. He was like, you all do a lot more than most funeral homes, because he's worked at a couple of funeral homes. So he's been licensed now for a couple of years. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we do, but I feel like that's my job, since this is what I know all the things about, is to help you from everything from cane to cane. So I don't really know what that saying means, but...
What is it again?
Can to cane? Do you know that?
I've never heard of that before.
You've never heard of
cane
that?
To cane?
Can to cane. Like you can to you can't.
Why are you saying a can't?
I don't know. That's anyway.
Like candy. I don't know if you said can to can't. You said can to can't.
I don't know. That's the
Maybe
saying.
it's supposed to sound like candy cane.
Mate, I'll look at it later. Anyway.
Candy can't.
Because everything from the beginning to the end basically is what that means. Is we are going to walk you through it. So I even keep like extra copies of paperwork and things that you're going to need after funeral. And we follow up with we try to follow up with all of our families and help them with whatever next steps are. And I have a huge list of all the things that they're going to have to handle after there's been a death, because that's the thing that always surprises people about how much paperwork there is. So I think one thing is knowing who you're working with. I think there's a big difference between independent funeral homes and corporate funeral homes. As independent funeral homes answer to their community,
Yeah.
and corporate funeral homes answer to a board of directors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing in the radio business. We're locally owned independent radio stations here, right? So we can broadcast whatever we want.
Right.
Right? Like, we did Mercer County girls soccer last night, taking on Nelson County. Right? So, like, we don't have to answer to anybody, basically, except ourselves. I mean, we've got to stand
Your
business. We gotta
community.
keep the lights on
Answer to your
community. Yeah.
I think that's a biggie because so one of our cemeteries here in town is corporately owned, and they have just upped the cost of their digging of the grave, and it's twice what the city cemeteries are. Wow. More than twice what the city cemeteries are. But they answer to a corporation, so they're not under my rules.
Yeah.
But cemeteries and funerals are not in the same rules in Kentucky. It's kind of weird, but so I think that's the biggie. Is I think knowing who you're talking to, and I tell everybody to actually go meet funeral directors because every funeral has a different feel, and I think not every funeral home is right for everyone.
Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
Put your tummy in your tank at Papa's Quick Stop number 17, where convenience meets quality. Nestled on North Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass Truck Stop's now under new ownership and management, offering a fresh take for truck drivers and travelers. From juicy and crispy broaster chicken to delicious mouth-watering Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Available 24/7. Simply call 859-209-2400 for a speedy pickup. Premium quality diesels available for one truck or a fleet of trucks. Let Papa's Quick Stop be your perfect travel companion. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, North Stewart's Lane looks forward to serving you.
Do you want to grow your business, but you don't have a big budget? Don here, your small business marketing specialist. In a recent study, they found that radio delivered $12 in sales for every $1 spent on advertising. And radio advertising is incredibly effective at driving in-store traffic and influencing purchasing behavior. The research shows that radio increased in-store traffic by an average of 22%. In several categories, radio had increased traffic by over 30%. Also, radio boasts a higher average conversion rate than television, newspaper, and online media alike. And radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to run multiple ads, enabling better results. So, if you want to get new customers and grow your business, radio is the #1 reach medium. So, how do you get started? It's easy. Call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air. Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to graceland-ky.com for more information. You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Did you know the average age of a child in foster care is 8 years old? Call a Sunrise office near you to find out more about foster care. Want to win a Sunrise prize package? Go to sunrise.org/trivia and answer this week's trivia question. Sunrise.org/trivia. What is the average age of a child in foster care? Your answer, 8 years old. Go to sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Sunrise.org/trivia. Good luck.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
These famous recipes been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. These is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a homestyle buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and homestyle buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville and South 4th.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
How bizarre?
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
That's what people say about my job sometimes.
Here's a story for you. A question. See if you think this is bizarre.
Hit me.
Good morning.
Good
This person
morning.
says, I'm in Indiana, but we can again make this Kentucky.
Yep.
I'm in need of some advice. My sister has recently passed away. After her passing, her aunt and I collaborated the funeral home together for arrangements. The funeral employee gave me forms from my father of the deceased, to authorize the cremation. So, his sister's father, I guess. He listed me as the authorized person to collect the remains due to the fact that he has Parkinson's and cannot drive anymore.
Right.
After 4 weeks of getting the form signed and turned in, I still hadn't heard anything about collecting my sister's remains or if the cremation had even happened. So I texted the funeral home employee, and she said the following. Good morning. Your mom knows that, insert name, has picked up the ashes. If you would like for me to get them her at the funeral home first, you please let me know. Thanks. After talking to my mom, it was discovered she had never even spoken to them, whereas even if she had, she wasn't authorized to release. Because this person was authorized to release. My sister's ashes are at the end. I'm not 100% sure if whatever remains to fulfill my sister's wishes. So they gave the ashes to someone they were not supposed to give the ashes to. Essentially, yeah. So all that's it. Is this legal? Is it possible? Which is possible. Obviously, it doesn't happen. But what should I do next?
So here's where it's tricky. Because with cremation, some states do not have laws about who's the next of kin when it comes to, like, who can sign to have the person cremated. They have laws about that, but not about who can pick up the ashes. So this weird conundrum that basically we go in Kentucky, it's next of kin. So the next of kin would have to tell me who is picking up the ashes if they are not picking up the ashes. Right. And I have them signed for them. Like, you generally have to sign for them when you come in. Except they don't know. Somebody forgot to have them signed because we moved ashes into multiple urns and we tried to work with them waited for us. So they brought the ashes, they brought the urn in and we did it in. But then I made a note in the folder that says, pick them up in, and it was my fault that we forgot to have her signed because she was on my desk when I walked upstairs. Like, dang it.
This was because even the mom said you talk to the funeral home. The funeral says your mom told the mom could, even if she did, wasn't authorized to release the ashes in the first place.
Yeah, and so first of all, is the person responding to someone without paying attention to what family she's talking to? Because that isn't clear.
Yeah.
It's a little garbled. And I don't know what the question is because there was no mention initially about the mom.
Yeah.
Or about other than they coordinated in the beginning, but all the paperwork was done by the dad.
So what happens?
So in Kentucky, so funny because I have to go through and look up some stuff. Because I have a family who wants me to release ashes. I have 2 siblings who have the son wants me to release all the ashes to him. The daughter has not shown up in some time. I have not heard from her. She has not returned any of my phone calls.
Okay.
So I have to call it. So I have a call into the state to find out, can I legally release them? Just the son. The daughter has not responded. So what is my responsibility here? And
Do you have like a 90-day, if 90 days goes by, you respond,
right,
loss or something?
that's my question. Like, I can tell them the last time I reached out and I have never heard from the daughter. So can I release them to the son now? And then they can fight out there because they belong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know this. That's the other hard part.
Everything's
It's already
good,
right. But they don't get along. But I don't want to. I'm not trying to get in anyone's family squabbles. So that's the phone call I'll be making in a little while, y'all.
Yeah. Well, thoughts and prayers. Best of luck to you. Hey, how many kids